Everybody who is in the house. Y'all, hello. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me. We got an exciting topic today. We're gonna go 1 hour on the topic, 1 hour straight. If we want to open up for questions about anything else, we can open up questions about anything else. But we're going 1 hour straight about the topic at hand. Y'all check in. Hello, everybody. Hello. I see two people already checked in or whatever. Y'all comment and say who is that? Oh, Miss Pina, how are you? Hola. How is the weather in Santo Domingo? I know you're in Santo Domingo. I'm in San Cristobal. It's been kind of chilly here. It's been chilly. Can you hear me okay? I am in San Cristobal and it's been kind of chilly and my back and my neck has been hurting pretty bad. But hey, everybody, we're going to talk about some fun stuff today. What's up, bro? Hey, DT, a great. It's always lovely here. That's true. It's always lovely in San Cristobal. Also, I just hey, mama. Yeah. I don't know if you know, but I'll call you later, mama. I got something to tell you. Um, it's cold in Florida. Oh, you're in Florida right now. Okay, very good. So anyway, yes. Let's talk about this. Let's just get straight into it. I think some people are supposed to be coming on. And guess who is going to be coming on a little bit later? Jennifer. So I'm at Jennifer's mama house in San Cristobal. And Jennifer she went grocery shopping, so she should be here pretty soon. So everybody loves Jennifer. So Jennifer will be on. She's going to be talking about relationships, how Dominican women think. So I know y'all gonna love that. I didn't even know Jennifer was gonna be on, but she'll be on. Pimp Boy BK, what's going on, man? How you doing? Jay, man, let me know when you want me to get on your show. Just let me know. I will be waiting. So yeah, so Jennifer be on. Everybody loves Jennifer. She's just one of the most disrespectful Dominican women in the country. She makes Dominicans look bad. But anyway, she is she's cool. She's awesome. All right, let me. My mom don't even know this, but I guess my mom is on live. Ex strolling, what's going? Saludo, brother. How you doing? Man, I just love the Dominican Republic. I love it. I love everything about it. I got some awesome videos coming up. I want to say this before we talk about the topic at hand. Yes, number one, let's call this girl 3 weeks because I dated her for 3 weeks and we're not actually dating anymore uh, because I just decided I kind of called it off. But she's cool. We're still friends, but I just saw a lot of red lights, just warning signs and everything. But you know, Dominican women, and Jennifer's gonna talk about it, how why Dominican women are jealous and how they have like certain boundaries. And being a YouTuber, meeting all these different girls and all these different people, it kind of causes friction. So I decided to call it off. She agreed with me. We're still friends. Let's just call her 3 weeks, the 3 weeks dating girl. So um, yeah, and Jennifer has talking about she already got a person to hook me up with that's perfect for me or whatever. So I don't know. We'll see about that, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep trying. My mama always told me to keep trying, don't give up. So uh, if you get one divorce, two divorces, three divorces, four divorces, don't give up. Keep on trying. Keep on going. Keep on going. No, I don't think she meant that, but anyway, yeah. So yes, me and the girl in Punta Cana, we are not dating anymore because we just decided to call it off. 3 weeks. That's probably my shortest relationship I've probably been in. I thought it was gonna work out. I had high hopes, but it did not work out. So anyway, red flags. You're right, bro. Cash flow. Yes, I just saw a lot of red flags in the beginning, especially when it came down to the YouTube channel and asking me questions and checking my WhatsApp and check marks. I saw one check mark and I saw two check marks and you didn't have any reception and I don't know, why you didn't answer the phone and things like that. So um, I just wasn't going for that again. So I called it quits really, really fast. I had no idea in the beginning, so I was just hoping it worked out. So my mom doesn't even know this. I went to the emergency room again, and I had a X-ray, and I have a broken screw in my neck, not from jumping in the water. It's just been like that. They say it's been like that for a while, and it's causing more damage. So I set an appointment with my doctor, and I'll be headed back to the United States for a little while, probably maybe 2 or 3 weeks. But and this is before I get into the topic at hand about women in the Dominican Republic and dating and all that other stuff. But I'll be going back to the United States probably in the next couple of days. Yeah, no problem. And just getting this thing checked out and seeing what's going on with. I'm having a lot of tingling in my fingertips and my hands and stuff like that. So I'll be headed back to the United States for a little while. I still have some videos. I have about 3 or 4 videos that I'm going to be posting while I'm in the United States, and it's crawfish season, so we're going to be eating some crawfish. So I'm excited about that. But I just living this being disabled is tough, y'all. It gets tough sometimes. I it looks like I'm happy all the time and I'm smiling and I'm always friendly and stuff like that, but I go through a lot of pain. I don't tell people about it, but I do go through a lot of pain. Sleepless nights sometimes, but being a YouTuber and you all being such good YouTube family and community, and I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. I appreciate it. You all really keep me going, and I see the awesome comments. I do see the people that's trolling sometimes and just starting shit sometimes and just being messy, but you're gonna get that. My cousin Cole told me, she said, you almost got 5,000 subscribers. You're gonna start getting more and more people just be messing with you. But it don't bother me. I enjoyed it. I talk shit back to them, so they got the right one. So I think Jennifer just got. Hey, say hey to everybody on live.
Hey, everybody.
So we're gonna
I
be.
know what's my cousin in here.
Y'all saw Jennifer. So y'all saw Jennifer. She just got back from the grocery store. Jennifer's gonna be coming in. Uh, Everybody loves Jennifer. Jennifer, say hello to everybody.
I want to say hello to everybody.
Okay, I'm gonna be asking you some questions about why Dominican women are jealous and things like that. So we're gonna talk about that for a little while, okay? And
Sure.
and you told me
Do you have to?
you told me no, you told me you gotta. I know it's okay. You always drunk, but you told me that. Oh, uh, you just hit me.
And
So
you want to take me to court?
Yeah, I'm gonna call.
We in the yard.
I'm gonna call
That
Osama.
shit doesn't
I'm gonna
work.
call Osama bin Laden. I'm gonna call Donald Trump. I'm gonna call Al Gore. I'm gonna call Jesse Jackson, and you going to jail.
Oh no, I thought we was about to make a party with them. We talking now.
Okay, all right,
Let's
let's
check on
talk.
my
Okay, anyway, y'all saw that Jennifer just hit me. I'm American, and Jennifer hit me, so she going to jail forever. I'm gonna call Donald Trump, and I'm gonna call Ross Perot, and anyway, but Jennifer be on a little bit. She's a little tipsy right now, so. Yeah, I gotta get my neck checked out, guys. It's not feeling right, and I have all those rods and screws in my neck, but I've been having some sleepless nights. I've been taking extra medication, so I'm gonna get it checked out. John Quan, I can't handle those Dominican women. I know it, right? Uh, I don't know what to do. I'm trying. I don't know. I don't know what am I doing wrong. I don't know. I'm not. I'm not a hoe. I don't like just hoeing around sleeping with a whole bunch of women. I'm trying to get in a relationship, but I don't know. We're gonna see. Let's see. Oh wow, another Brenda Dominican. Yeah, it's let's see. African Dominican was telling me she was telling me about like how Dominican women can be jealous. Not all of them. Uh, oh, Kia, Dominican men are jealous also. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't know too much about Dominican men because I don't talk to Dominican men on that level, but I can see that. I really can see that, and they really have. They are very territorial. I guess Dominican women are so, but Dominican men are very territorial. You got to be careful when don't come to the Dominican Republic thinking you're gonna be like, oh, I want to talk to this girl. You better be careful. You make sure. Hey, ask Big Poppy, and Big Poppy is from here. He was messing with one of them big time. Uh, I'm not gonna say what he was, but what them big time guys in the Dominican Republic, he ended up getting shot. So be careful. Don't just start talking to girls. Make sure they're not in a relationship because those men are very territorial when it comes down to dating or being with a woman. That was the shortest relationships ever. I know it, right? That's crazy. I didn't even get a chance to show y'all who she was and everything, but let's just call it 3 weeks. 3 weeks dating. I'm not going to even say her name or whatever, but I just saw a lot of red flags. And if she's listening right now, total respect, and I respect it. But I saw some red flags. Um, Dominican women are too hot for John to handle. Oh man, no, they're not too hot to handle. It's just that I'm looking for a certain woman, and I'm looking to do my YouTube channel. And while I was doing my YouTube channel, I saw like signs like, oh, what? Oh, okay, you're talking to Jennifer. You did this, you did that. That's Jennifer's daughter right there. Say hey. Hi. Hello. And what are you eating? Chin. You know I'm greedy. Piece of chicken. What is this? Gotcha. Pica pollo. Bye. Bye bye. So anyway, you know, I'm not gonna stop my YouTube channel. I'm not gonna not date, not date, not talk and interview women in the Dominican Republic. I'm not gonna do that. I'm friendly to everybody. I talk to guys, I talk to girls, I talk to everybody. Don't matter if you uh, heavy set, if you overweight, if you white, black, green, purple. It don't matter what it is. If I want to interview you, I'm going to interview you, and then questions start to come up, and why you didn't answer your phone and stuff like that. So I saw a lot of red signs, red flags. I saw a lot of red flags. So anyway, like I said, guys, for 1 hour we're gonna talk. I'm sorry, it gets kind of noisy. I'm at Jennifer's mom's house, but for 1 hour we're gonna talk about this relationship thing. If anybody want to chime in, I'm gonna put the link in right here below. Um, just let me know. And Jennifer will be coming here pretty soon. Pretty soon. Uh yeah, I thought I had a real one too. It says, I'm sorry, coach. I thought you had a real one. I really Jay, I'm gonna bring Jay in. Jay, what's up, brother?
How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. I'm a little disappointed. I was disappointed last week. I'm not disappointed now, but I really thought I had a older woman that was mature enough to understand that I have a YouTube channel, and it just wasn't. It didn't work out, so I kind of called it off because there was so many warning signs, like questions and unnecessary questions and you chime in on that. What do you think I was doing something wrong, or what's your comment on that?
Okay, so like I said, I would just need details, if I'll say this, if you introduce, say, like, I do this, like, this is kind of like what I do, like, on the side, like, this is my, like, actual, not just a love, a passion, but actual work that I do to show people, to promote where I'm at and things like that. That sh- that should have been a reason for her to ask questions. She should have already known that once you've told her
Yeah, I
that.
told her. Yeah, and
Now,
that's how I felt about
that's not on you. That's on the even if like even if I had a hard time communicating, which I don't think is that hard. I tell, like, I literally do this so I can promote my work and promote the place I am staying at. I don't think there's too much I have to go into. Now I've always said men and women have different languages and trying to understand things, but I can word it in a way that you would understand it. So there shouldn't have been any misunderstanding.
it. Right.
So, like, so I'm saying, because you showed me as a guy that would tell somebody off the rip about that, like a lady about that. Once you started seeing her and talking to her, this is what I do. Because my lady would also have to know that I do this. No, I'm not planning on doing this forever, but at the same time, I do this particularly because this promotes the content I do here, and also I do work another job, so also I spend time with you. So you know that I do things to keep myself busy or keep the money flowing through here. And it
Right.
doesn't have to just be about that. It just has to be about, this is my routine. This is what I stick to. This is what I do. I can make accommodations to spend time with you because and then the reason why I'm going out with you is because I can make time to spend time with you specifically and things
But,
like that. It
but
shouldn't never
let
be
me let me say this, and that's some great points that you said, and I like that. But I'm in another country. The reception is not great, and every time I don't answer the phone, it's like a big issue. It's like I'm trying to hide something or something like that. And I didn't like that. So was I wrong, or should I have tried to go to a I mean, I don't know, gas station, or try to find some Wi-Fi or something like that to try to call every and check in every 2 hours?
okay. That whole chicken thing, I actually want to talk about that. No. Here's the reason why I want to talk about it, because I've actually spent, like I said, some of the questions that get asked, I need to spend the day thinking fully and really understanding the logical way, because I'm not emotional. I have to think logically when there's a buzz going to chicken every 2 hours. If you were someone's daughter, then yes, but you're a grown, full blown man, so that shouldn't be an issue.
Right.
At the same time, now if so listen, the only times I think the amount of time women should probably call you shouldn't be like twice. I'm
Right.
talking about like one when I leave early in the morning out of town, and then she calls you again when you're close in, or you call her and says, "Babe, I'm like 20 minutes away." Simple enough, and it is not just it's maybe to alleviate worried about your being there on time. But if
Right.
you're calling every freaking, I'll say this, if you're calling every hour and you're crazy out of your mind, then I think there's a freaking problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I've never my lady never once any of my ladies I've been with, they never blew up my phone like that. It was a simple like, like, I call you twice just to make sure. Okay, I'll call you once, like, we're down for today. Cool. I'm
Right.
calling, and the second time I'm gonna call you, I'm already here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm already here. That's the only time I should ever be. I
Yeah.
should never
Yeah.
do 3, 4, and 5. Now for the lady, if she's trying to like just figure out where you're at, like you said, because you said you have bad reception, right? If she just called you the one time throughout the day, then that's not an issue. But like I said, if it's more than once
Right.
or like continuous,
Mm-hmm.
then there's some
Jennifer.
not even insecurity. It's like it gets to a point of like overabundance of worry
Right.
and
That's
overcompensation.
how.
Yeah, it's like overcompensation at that point.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's what's going
You
on
know
there.
it, and it's I try to be real respectful, man,
I'm polite about it. Yeah, I know.
and but at the same time, I'm not gonna fall for the okie doke. Brother Rico, look who I
Brother
got.
Rico, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, Jay?
How's
Rico.
it going, sir? You got your drink with you tonight?
Ay, ay, ay.
Hey, Rico.
Yes, sir.
Jennifer
Mine's
said,
in the
"Hey."
He
refrigerator. I
looks
can't
like
get it
my uncle.
yet.
You wish your uncle looked this good.
Ooh.
You know what?
Hey man, I gotta get my beard
He's
growing
so
and get
fun. It could be, but you know what?
Same thing.
Your
I
uncle
would
ain't
never
this
want to.
handsome.
Whatever.
Let me ask you a question, Jennifer, real quick. Okay, so all right,
Mueve lo que tengo que más pelar vibra.
okay. Or do you believe that Dominican women are jealous? jealous of jealous
I
people?
mean, everybody has a piece of jealousy in their life. This guy, the one that says about my uncle, of course, everybody's jealous.
Mhm.
So I'm asking you, do you think Dominican women are more jealous than like other women? Or
I
like,
cannot say that. Everybody have their own percent to be jealous. It could be a man or a woman or whatever.
so are you? Do you believe that? Are you a jealous person? Your head needs to be over here. Bring your head over here.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you said
Just
that.
tell her to slide closer to you, John.
Yeah, slide closer to you, like lean in.
Not
Yeah,
too
come a
far
little
apart.
closer.
Right.
Okay, got you. All right, that's
All right.
better. Yeah.
perfect.
So,
Yeah, I'm a fucking goddamn jealous. So what?
so
What about it?
do you believe that Dominican women are more jealous than like American women or any other women?
No, those girls those do
They
crazy
get
things.
jealous.
Hell no. If you try to compare that thing, Dominicans are not jealous like Americans.
So why do you think uh, I have ran into two women that are like jealous and they want to kind of control me and say, hey, I don't want you to do this YouTube channel. I don't want you to interview this girl. I don't want you to. And then you got me in trouble because I went to the river with you, and then
Oh, really?
yes,
Did that happen?
yeah, yes.
I thought you were single and shit like that.
Well, no, I mean no. I had just started dating. I don't tell you all my business.
So you be lying, right?
I hadn't been telling you nothing. I just been saying.
Don't lie to me.
Well, don't lie to me. You didn't tell me
I'm
about
not fucking at them lie to you.
You didn't tell me about your boyfriend. You
I don't have no fucking goddamn boyfriend.
oh.
I mean, are y'all a couple?
If I'm dating,
That's what I'm
Y'all look
thinking.
up-
that's my
Yeah,
fucking
sound like a-
business, right?
Okay, so
Anyways, that's not the fucking thing that we are talking about.
Okay,
This.
no, wait.
Don't put my fucking goddamn business on here.
Okay, no, don't put my business on here.
Y'all sound like a couple.
Let me
That's
see.
what
No,
I'm
we
thinking.
not. We not. I hate this motherfucker.
I
fucking hate this guy.
hate them.
I hate him.
She made them.
Okay.
Yeah, uncle, don't put that face, uncle.
Okay. I'm just asking the way y'all were like, It's like, okay.
But
Yeah.
I know it, but don't.
Oh man, the emphasis on movies is so accurate right now.
Yeah, we gonna be. I think we're gonna end up having a movie together. We're gonna do something together. Like we're gonna have to have a reality show or something. But she said
Hell no.
she said she has a woman for me that she's going to introduce me to, a new woman.
When? I never said that. You saw her and I tell you you talking about
That's right.
Dominga?
That's right. You said you're
I
gonna.
never say I'm going to introduce. I see you, and by the way I talked to you about her, but it wasn't like I picked her to introduce you to her. Hell no.
All right. I don't even.
She's so nice. She's so nice.
Here we go. I love you, bro. I like how you do some
Her name is Dominga. But anyway, are you speaking English? Are you?
Oh, you're saying no? You're talking by yourself.
Are you
Keep
speaking?
doing
Are you speaking English or Spanish?
She's speaking English.
English.
Okay. All right. Rico, you got a question for her? Ask her, please.
I have a question for her.
Yes, one of y'all do, or something. Okay. All right.
I would say this. I would say this, John.
All right. Go ahead.
I think the way you ask the question is different, or it's you can't. You always do this comparison between Dominicans and Americans, and I do think that they are very jealous. Not just Dominican women, but like Latin women.
Everybody. Yeah.
Not everybody, but just Latin women. So not just Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Salvadorians. That's part of their culture. But I also understand when I look at why they're so jealous. I also understand why, because in certain cultures, if you have a husband, he's looked at as a resource, something to be protected, something that you don't want to get out there for fear that another woman will try to take. In America, it's not that women aren't jealous. They're not as much as dependent on a man, or they feel like, hey, fuck it, if you go, who cares? So it doesn't matter if in the DR, if women didn't have to depend on men so much, they probably wouldn't give a shit.
Right.
They probably really wouldn't. But the position that they're in,
But in
get a good one, you really can't afford to let somebody else come by
Sweep him away.
and take his attention.
Yeah.
so
They are.
that's true.
They say they're not, but they are.
Let
But
me
I
ask,
understand why they are.
let me ask Jennifer this. Be honest with me. Am I doing? Do you see me doing? How many times have I tried to have sex with you or be with you? How many times?
We're not talking about sex.
No, answer
Like
no. Answer that question.
No.
Answer that. How many times have I been disrespectful or tried to flirt with you?
Listen, it's not about that. And the
Just
thing
answer that question first, and then we'll talk about this. How many times have I tried to be with you?
You want me to be true? You want me to say?
Yeah, be true. Be true. I want you to be true.
Truthful.
I said, how many times have I?
Can I say what I was about to say?
How many times I tried to have sex with you?
One time.
Ooh,
When you were
busted.
asleep on my house and you was drunk and I took you to the hospital. But you see, but guess what?
That was 2 years ago.
Exactly, but what?
I wasn't even in a relationship.
Exactly, but what? What do you ask me? You see?
And
what,
well, at least you told it. But how many times have I been in a relationship? How many times?
I don't know, and I don't care
Answer
about
the question. How many times have I been in a relationship and tried to?
I'm sorry.
John, first question.
I'm sorry, but he asked me something, right?
John, the first rule.
Wait,
Rico.
If
you don't know the answer.
Only one thing that this fucking girl right here, chocolate.
How many times have I been in a relationship and tried to have sex with you?
Like when you was in a relationship, of course, never.
Never. That's all I wanted you to say. Okay. Now go ahead with the question, Rico. Go ahead.
No, my question, it's not a question, it's a statement.
Okay.
Don't ask a question if you don't know the answer.
Look at him.
You shouldn't have asked her that question because that's not the answer you expected.
Okay. Okay, African Dominican, come on in if you can. But listen, Jennifer is a very good person. Yes. When we first started talking and everything, I was drunk. She was drunk.
I wasn't drunk. I was taking care of you. What you talking about?
Yo, the story changes every 5 seconds. I don't know what's
anyway.
Oh, that's my daughter. Over here.
Hola.
Whatever.
So anyway, have I ever been disrespectful when I was in a relationship?
No, but God, I'm leaving. I have to do this because I'm trying to say something else for me to try to go and do this because we are about to make like a fish soup. Fish soup.
You almost
looks good.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Y'all have a question before Jennifer goes?
So you already broke the news. John, you already broke the news about your situation, right?
Right. Okay.
Yes? No?
But go ahead and say what you need to say about what you told me earlier about when it comes down to what I need to do in the future when it comes down to a girl. And I want to see what Jennifer says about that.
I said what I suggested John does is that he's very forceful and direct about what sort of relationship he expects, what the boundaries, what the parameters are. So, for example, he knows he wants to continue on with his channel, and continue on with his channel, he's going to be around other women. So I'm going to use Jennifer. I'll use you as an example. Pretend, right? Now, if I'm trying to be in a relationship with you, I would be like, Jennifer, hey, I like you. I want to be in a relationship with you, but you need to understand I'm going to be, John, will you be quiet? You need to understand that I'm going to be around other women. Are you okay with that? Yes or no? Because I'm not going to change it. I'm not changing anything. And if you don't like it, you can leave now. I'm not going to not be around a lot of good looking women. You can be with me. Sometimes I'm going to be with them without you. You have to accept that. So I think it's better if he's very forceful in telling so they can't say, I didn't know. What he likes to do is he likes to leave it up to you to figure out later on and be okay with it. And I'm like, no, you have to tell him, or even just don't even have a girlfriend. Get out of my face. I'm going to be a playboy. So in other words,
I don't want to be a playboy, Rico. I didn't done all that.
I'm not saying you want to be, but what I'm saying is if you tell a woman that you are going to have playboy ways, she can decide whether or not she wants to put up with it. If
Right.
you don't tell her that, and while you say you're not being a playboy, but you have playboy ways,
Right.
they end up having a problem with it. Because sometimes just being too friendly, the women don't like you being friendly with a lot of other women.
No,
You
but
have to tell 'em, I'm going to be
like
friendly with other women.
no, but it's so different. Like if
Yeah.
if the girl know or meet him doing what he's doing,
They have to accept it.
nothing for her to do about it.
Right.
But she already know how she met him. Okay.
But
So
do they not sit there and think, I
huh?
can change him? Do they not say, oh, I can
Exactly.
change him, the
Right.
sex will be
Because
so good?
I told this person, I'm not gonna say the
You
person.
told her, and
I
by the way,
told
she knew what you do before.
That's right. I told this person. So now am
You
I
gotta be
wrong?
hard.
But
You gotta be
it's a
hard
different.
every day.
It's a different
Jay,
about what she said and about
what she
what
do?
you said.
Yeah, but maybe she just started like, starting. Jay, what do you think about that? If I Rico said I need to be harder and I need
And
to
I'm not
be like,
saying be
Hard
mean,
about
John.
what?
John, I'm
You
not
didn't say
saying,
be mean,
but
but
John, I'm not saying to be mean. I'm just saying be firm. You have a right to
firm
live
and
your
direct.
life the way
And
you want
like
to
if you
live.
ever go to any place or be with other women, just tell her like, oh, do you want to come with me or
Oh,
whatever?
I do that.
No, but John, you don't even have to do that. I got business to
I
do,
mean, he don't
and it's
even
gonna be
have
with
to.
other women. So that's just it. You trust me or you don't. Period.
Yeah.
And they
He froze?
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
I think so.
Go
I thought
ahead,
that was
Jay.
Well,
me.
you never say nothing
I thought
anyway.
that was me for a second. I'm like, oh
I-
God, not again.
Maybe God froze Rico on purpose because he talked too damn much. But Jay, what?
He froze.
There you
He
go.
fell.
I knew what he was going to say. There we go, Rico. You're back.
No, so all I'm saying is make people adjust to be yourself, never change who you are, and either they can adjust to who you are or they can't.
That's why
Because just like you're over there, you have to. So in other words, are you ever over there asking any of those women to change? You don't ask
No.
them to change nothing.
No.
So don't try to make them happy with being someone you're not. This is who I am. This is what I'm doing. You can either enjoy the ride or bye.
But look
You
at
know what
Cole.
I'm
Look. My cousin said they don't think they can.
They do
change.
think they can
They
change.
do think they can change.
They
Yeah.
believe, and what a woman weakness is, they believe they can change us with sex. They
Well,
figure,
am I
okay,
being?
if they
And
sex
so,
you so good,
am I?
you're going to give in.
Am I
Do you
being
think?
too nice? Am I being too nice?
I don't want you to be mean because I don't think that's the way to be, but you have to be firm and committed to what you want to do. That's what you have to do. You just, a little bit, yes. Yeah, a little bit. You are
Okay,
being
money. We got our first donation. Thank you so much. Money travels. Rico, you have to have your own channel. It's gonna be his own channel. It's gonna be Prime Time for the Truth, and it's coming soon. And so y'all check it out. Money travels. Prime Time for the Truth.
That's my guy.
That's
my guy.
It starts on the 4th. So yeah, Rico is he is awesome. But Rico, let me ask you this. Let's say me and Jennifer was dating. Let's just
Are
pretend.
you trying to tell us something? Because you keep talking about you and Jennifer, but go ahead.
Yeah, if me and Jennifer was dating, and should I always call Jennifer and say, "Hey, Jennifer, I'm going to the store. I'm give me 2 hours. I'll call you in 3 hours. Do I need to check in with Jennifer?
No, I don't think
not
anybody.
like that. It sounds so opposite. Like you can say good morning or whatever, and like everything it comes by the way we talk. Let's say you say good morning, and I say good morning back, and I'm not doing nothing, and you're not doing nothing. I say what you doing and everything like that. And say, oh, I'm just home and things like that. We can start talk. But what about if you're busy? I cannot just be always on your, pretend like talking all the time. But if you're busy, I have to understand that you're busy.
No, but what if I don't answer the phone sometimes? Will you get mad at me?
Hell no. You could have been busy. You might doing something else.
And don't make the mistake of thinking like all Dominican women are the same, because they're not.
No.
Same
No.
way that we know all American women are not the same. They're
The
different.
only people that mine would be get mad about it about like if somebody don't answer the call whenever they text. It's the only people that never do nothing. Toma, Carle, hola.
But
That's
see,
true.
part of it
It's
too,
the only
Sean,
people that never do
is
nothing. You
is
know.
one thing, and I think it was a woman that taught me this years ago. She said, "Be careful about the habits you start."
Hey, shut up.
Claro que no.
Shut up. Shut
Ah,
up.
perdón.
You're talking too loud.
Excuse me.
No,
So
I'm
yeah,
saying,
like I was saying, yeah.
be careful about the habits you start, because whatever you start, then you have to
We
keep.
get
So
a habit.
when you first
Yeah.
meet the
It's get a
woman and you
habit.
buying her flowers and candies, when you stop, that's when the problem comes. So don't do it at all.
That's the same
Don't do
thing
it.
about when you start text too much and then you stop talking too much.
That's true.
That's what happened with me.
So you just get. I just say, were you crying?
Yeah, she's
Almost,
crying. She was crying. She was thinking about an old relationship.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Yeah. You know, you got 40 people watching you cry right now.
But it's. I think what you're doing is fine. I just think you just got. I mean, you.
In America, you have to call 10 times. And
in America, go ahead, read it. In America, you have to call 10 times a day for
FaceTime, calls, and
You
email.
don't.
What
Is that true?
say, Jay?
Oh shit!
I said
Oh,
freak.
my
I didn't say the F bomb. I said freak. No.
I mean, it would be good because women, we all like that. Okay,
No.
don't got me
No,
don't got me wrong.
that gets the
like
paranoia
that.
level
No.
at that point. That's very paranoia. And I'm gonna be
No.
real. When you do an overabundance of something, that goes beyond jealousy. Like that's very paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a good word. There's a good definition for that. And I'm like I said, anytime somebody tries to do too much of anything, you're being extra. The term, the slang that kids use, you're doing too much. It's overabundance. It's an overabundance of freaking shadowing. That's what that is too. Another thing. And you're doing it to the point to where like you're gonna drive that person crazy. He is going to leave you willingly because you're annoying him. Like that's like me blowing. First of all, I've never blown up the phone on my girl anytime over it. As long as she was cool, as long as she was all right, I'd be like, "You okay? Cool." That's the end of that conversation. I don't hit her up any other time of the day after that.
Right, but Jay, in the beginning, and Rico, in the beginning, everything seemed so copacetic and like, oh yeah, I got this YouTube channel.
John, but there's a word for that, John. It's called puppy love. People in the beginning of a relationship, everybody has puppy love. Everybody feels butterflies. Oh, I met this beautiful woman. I met this handsome man. And everything seems, we all project it's going to be perfect. Okay. We see someone, we're smitten with the person and we project, right? Oh, she's going to be perfect.
I got Jennifer Cousin. She's going to be, I'm going to ask her a couple questions. She's going to come on and but go ahead.
Now, part of the problem with it is like you said, when the guy was, Quan was talking about all those calls, I'm like, I know people on parole that don't check in with their parole officer that much.
That too.
So why are you checking in with, if you have to check in with a significant other to make her feel at ease that much, that's a parole officer.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well have an ankle bracelet on. It's crazy.
Do you think? Look, Josh has a great question, Coach. Do you think you're too nice to these women that you meet?
Yeah.
Wait, I mean,
which is why I don't. Hey, Miss Sharon.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm late. Sorry. Okay. I'm not going to stay on long, so I'm not sure where you at. But out of courtesy, when you type and do this auto correction, and then I had to delete, and it still came up. But out of courtesy, you should know where your mate is at all times. If my husband leaves this house, I want to know where he's going, and it's not out of jealousy or out of insecurity.
That's not.
I should know where you at.
That's not the question. That's not the question. The question is,
John. Let me ask you.
Do you think? If I don't answer the phone, are you going to get mad? Do you get mad at your husband when he don't answer the phone?
I want to wonder why you're not answering the phone. I'm not calling just to be calling you. Like, why you're not picking up the phone?
Sharonda, okay, but now you're talking about you're in a, like right now, I'm married too. My wife needs to know, not throughout the day, but every day she needs to know I'm breathing, ain't dead. So I know I got to do that.
Yeah,
but
that.
throughout
That's
the day,
basic.
no, we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, as I'm dating, hell no. I mean, you might call me and I may call you 3 days later. So what?
Hey, special
You know
shout out to Ty.
So, that's my
Hold
question.
on. One special shout out to Ty. He thank you so much for the super chat donation, $4.99. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you.
So that was my question, was like, because I know you've been with Mr. Sharonda. I know I shouldn't be calling it, but I don't know his name, so I'm gonna call him that.
Oh, Mr. Jose, common name.
So you've been with him for an extended period. So I'm like, in the beginning, come on now, y'all wasn't checking in. Like, I mean, now you're married, you got kids. It's different than when you're dating and you're filling out. I'm pretty sure you couldn't check in with him 24/7. He didn't necessarily check in with you 24/7.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
but you have a
no, not 24/7, but we do check in at least once a day, every day. If he's at work, I call him on his lunch break. I got to speak to my husband at least once a day, every day.
Yes.
At least I know he's still alive. Something, nothing didn't go on. He's okay.
But this is after, this is 10, 15, 20 years.
Let me say this. Now, Jennifer.
It's a routine. We've been doing it for so many years that it's a routine now.
Jennifer's cousin said Dominican women are very, very jealous. That's what she said.
And she's right.
Did you say that? Yes.
But I understand the reasoning.
Okay, listen, every fucking woman.
I think I do.
We are jealous. If any fucking goddamn woman say they are not, they fucking lie.
Well, I think the reasoning is
we are jealous.
Be honest with you.
And a man, they are jealous. But let's put it this way. Would you be fine and agree? Like if I said, if you and I are dating, and I said, oh, you know what? Oh my God, my ex, he's coming. And he don't have no place to sleep.
Of course, my phone is going dead.
House tonight?
No, that's right.
Would you be great?
I wouldn't be okay with it.
Okay, so do it at the opposite way.
The opposite way. You're
and
right.
Then
but
we
no.
talk about it.
Okay, so let me say this. We went to the river together. We don't have a relationship. I wanted you to come and cook, and we had a good time at the river. Will you, if you was the other girl, would you be jealous and mad and say, "Oh, John is with
another"? If you're not inviting me, I might.
I invited her, but what I'm saying.
Okay.
So would you?
I mean, you was with some other people. I mean, if she didn't come, and I don't think you know to be jealous about it. I think so.
Jennifer, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Now you know John and you know him well, correct? I mean, you know him. No, what I want to know is, if John was your boyfriend, pretend he was, and you broke up with him, could you find another 10 Johns? That's my question. Would you be able to find another 10 guys like John or equal to John if you broke up with him? Meaning that could provide for you, and things like that. Could you find another 10? Or would it be like, oh shit,
I broke up or better.
That's a question.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to say better.
I could have found somebody better.
Easily.
Why he's on the channel already.
No,
okay. Why you have to lie? I got no way. I cannot be lying, right?
It would be easy for you to find another 10 John.
I mean, I would never say easier because it's not something that I'm trying. Like I'm not looking for nobody.
No, but this is just a question. Like, in other words,
I'm answering it about your
right.
You have to be quiet to hear the whole question. You have to be quiet.
No, cállate.
I'm not going to tell her. I'll let you tell. So the reason why I'm asking is, like, would John be able to find another 10 Jennifers at the drop of a hat? You see what I'm saying? So, like, I think it would be harder for her. Not impossible. You could find another one. I don't think you found another 10 at the drop of a hat but I think he could find another 10 Jennifers at the drop of a hat.
It's a lot of men that's out here that just want to sleep with women, have sex with women, have sex with women.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Right. I'm not talking about just a sex. I'm talking about the provision, the whole packet.
Right.
Would you be able to find another 10 Johns at the drop of a hat in the DR? Be honest.
How many people have you met like me?
Be honest.
Like you? Only you.
Not
you
crazy.
are the only.
Now, how many people have you met like Jennifer, John?
I've
about 50 or 100.
I would have to go to.
Nothing's wrong with you. I think you're beautiful. I think you're smart. I think you're everything. But I'm saying there's a lot more.
Now, how many Jennifers? You have to go to a crazy house or to.
Now, you never met. You never met, and you never will meet nobody like me.
I know everybody thinks it, right?
Yeah. I'm unique.
I have never. I haven't been to one of those local
insane asylums.
Insane asylums. So,
okay,
but
I get what you.
I'm pretty sure they have.
But that's all I'm just trying to see is the dynamic is different, which increases the reason why. In other words, people are more possessive about gold than silver. Right. So if one is gold and one is silver, people are going to be more possessive and jealous over gold than they are over silver because there's a greater abundance of silver than gold.
Right. Ty says, are Dominican women really easier to deal with than American women? No, I have found out they are not.
Hell no.
I thought they would be.
They're different.
But they're different, and when you get one that's like really, really like just want to control you, they're going to try to control you. But you do have Dominican women out there that'll do anything for you, and they will just be quiet, and then they're just really, really submissive. But I don't want a woman where I just want to tell her to do stuff like, oh, go cook my food, have sex with me.
That is the point.
And John,
no woman what they have to do, and look, you don't have to work for the woman.
John, you know what I love, John?
With the woman together.
You didn't.
And if the woman respects herself, she always will be working with you. Like if
Jennifer,
you work,
can I say something?
Help you.
I want to say something, Jennifer. I want to say thank you because again, you are a beautiful, smart, intelligent, but very combative and debative woman in the DR because people like to say that they're so super feminine. And I'm like, see, that's what I try to tell them. I'm like, no, they are basically, you know what Jennifer is, John? A sister.
That's right. She's a sister.
Everybody said
no, Rico hit it on the head.
Jay, you're right. She is a sister. She acts just like sister. She acts like an black American girl in the in the United States.
Oh, really?
That's right. But anyway, let's go to the next question. I'm guessing Coach saying Jennifer belongs to the crazy house. Yes, she does belong.
Wow.
She does belong in the crazy house.
He had a comment for you earlier. There was one you looked up where Quan he said jealous women are okay, but crazy jealous women, hell no. That was funny. It was funny.
But Jennifer did introduce me to a girl day before yesterday. And
it's been like 3 days already, like 3-4 days. I didn't introduce you to her. You was looking to her like it was like a ice cream, and your mom never give it to you when you want to get it. So I got pictures in case you say something else.
Yeah, I was looking at her. I said, "Hey, who is that girl?" And you said,
"I never see a guy like this." He was like, and his spit was coming out of his mouth. It was incredible.
You don't have to tell me.
No, that sounds.
I mean, I was just saying. It's okay.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm sorry. But that's the truth.
Yeah, I just know.
Drink for this one.
Jay, you see how she? I mean, it's just no control over this woman at all. None. Rico. All Dominican women don't act like this right here.
No.
I'm unique. How they will?
No, but plenty do.
I'm unique.
No. A whole lot act like he act. A whole lot.
Not yelling.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes. I know so. A lot.
And she's smiling. She think that's a good thing. She's.
I don't fucking care.
No, I do.
When you think that bad thing is, it will be a bad thing for me. It probably would be a good thing. What?
John, a lot do. She is unique, but she is not the only person, and that's the false narrative. If people don't believe, she's just normal, just like we have here.
Yes.
But people like to sit there and believe that they don't exist over there, and I'm like, no, they do.
They do.
Stop.
It's just rare.
It's rare. The worst part about that is Jennifer speaks English, so you
a little bit.
You can pretend. You can pretend. A Spanish girl. You can. You got to use Google Translate. You
but
hear
be cussing
exactly.
Your ass out in Spanish. But they be cussing you out in the same thing, so it doesn't matter. I don't care if they cuss you out in Spanish or French or whatever. They're still cussing you out. They're still argumentative. They're still strong willed.
I'm sorry, my mom's calling me. I'll be back.
Go ahead.
So the pushing the narrative that they're so different and they don't behave like the ones back here. That's not true.
Yeah, they're all loosening up the
lips. See it.
Jennifer.
Say hi. That's my brother.
Hello. What's up?
Yes. Manuel, he's married.
Yeah, he's married.
Yeah.
I think he lose his ring.
Ask your brother, does he think, not you, ask your brother, does he think that Dominican women are very jealous?
Que si tú piensas que las mujeres dominicanas son muy celosas. A la seña, no hable mucho para que no te metas en
problemas. Be quiet. Just shut up.
I just say to him to sit it with him.
You're doing like this, right?
Okay.
So yes. Hey, listen. I'm gonna say this. Let me just say this.
He said, "Be careful with the Dominican woman." That's what he said.
Okay.
Gracias.
No different from a Latina woman. Just got you. Be on your P's and Q's.
Let your cousin sit right in the middle. All right. Hey, Rico. All right. This is Jennifer Cousin right here. Tell everybody your name. She speaks good English also.
Hi.
Tell everybody your name.
I'm Scarlett.
Scarlett. Like the scarlet letter. Okay, Scarlett. Do you believe that Dominican women are more jealous than other women?
Yes, but not just Dominicans, like Latin women.
But
I think we have like something else. I think we're like more explosive. I think we're more possessive. I don't know. We're jealous.
You say when you say more possessive, what you mean? What you mean when you say possessive?
Like,
go ahead, try to clean it up.
I think
no, you can't.
It's Latin men's fault that we are like we are.
Oh, it's a lot of men's fault, but it's Dominican men's fault. It's not Americans men's fault. I do see that a lot of Dominican men have like 2, 3, 4 girlfriends. They got they married and they got a wife on the side.
Yeah.
And they married and they got a side piece on the side. That's what I meant to say. So right. I see that a lot in the Dominican Republic. So
yeah, it's true.
So what does that have to do with me? Why is?
Because like I think we just don't trust anymore. Like we think everyone is the same. It's really not like that, but that's just how we feel. And what can I say? I'm telling you, women are more complicated than men, like a lot. And we just feel so much. We think so much. And I don't know. I blame the men, but I'm also like.
Do you blame Dominican men or just men altogether?
Yeah.
Latin men.
Why would they see any difference?
Dominicans.
Not just Dominican men. Yeah. Okay.
She said all.
Why would they see any difference exactly?
Right, but do you believe they have good men out there in the world?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that's very good. So why? And when somebody asks me or they say, "Oh, you didn't answer your phone," and they get mad at me, am I wrong?
I don't have to get mad at you just because you don't answer your phone at that moment.
Okay, I understand. I understand. Rico, what's your question?
No, she answered it.
Yeah, she got it.
They asked you what's the craziest fight you've ever gotten into with your partner?
Okay, there's something you just need to know right now. I don't do relationships, okay? So I don't know.
Oh, you have you ever been in a relationship?
Yeah, I'm a free soul.
You're free soul.
Yeah.
So have you ever been in a relationship?
Yeah, but like it was just like an experiment, and it didn't last like so much. And I don't know.
Did it last 3
I
weeks?
didn't feel like comfortable because I think of a relationship like a responsibility, like a commitment, and I just like don't have it in me right now.
Okay. So what do you just and if you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to, but motorcycles going by. But
Yeah,
what about
it's a race.
Yeah, that's a motorcycle going by. What about so do you have a companion? Do you have a person that you
I always have a person. That's the thing. I just don't have like just one person. I don't do boyfriends. But
you don't
I
but you
always have
you
a
always
person.
have a person that you that you kick it with and do your thing with.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh, Rico, you heard that, right?
That's friends with benefits.
Yeah, oh yeah. Benefits, does he have to be a certain type? Does he have to be wealthy?
No.
Does he have to be no?
I don't have a type. I really don't think I have a type.
Hey, African Dominican. Hey, sister, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Coach John. How are you?
I'm good. Do you have an awesome question? I know you always have amazing questions. Do you have a question for this beautiful sister here in the Dominican Republic?
Yes, I do. How you doing, Jennifer? Hi, Rico. Hi,
Now, this is
Jay.
not Jennifer. This is her cousin.
Oh, that's our cousin. Okay.
Hello,
How you doing?
Valentina.
Scarlet, like Scarlet Letter.
Okay.
Like the Scarlet Witch. Yeah. Damn. Okay, yes.
No, so I really came in because I wanted to ask Jennifer a question, but I guess she's gone. She's not coming back.
But ask Scarlett. But we'll ask Jennifer. She's drinking some tequila right now, but she'll be back in a little bit. Yeah, but
do you need any more?
Oh, okay. I guess the question that I wanted to ask was because I like the way you and Jennifer vibe. I like that chemistry between you guys. So I think I missed a lot of the live, but I wanted to ask like, how come you guys are not together? Like, does she like you like that, or do you like her like that? Because I really feel like I see a good chemistry between you guys.
I'll say this, and she'll tell you the same thing. When she did like me, I was with someone else, and I was really trying to be with somebody else. And then
you were with Brenda?
No, I wasn't with Brenda. She introduced me to Brenda after we just decided to be friends. But before Brenda, I was messing with the girl in Spain, and I was really trying to be with the girl in Spain. And I was just really kind of forcing it, trying to be with the girl in Spain, trying to be with her. And then Jennifer was trying to get with me. I believe she was. And then I think that she kind of got upset when I was still trying to mess with this other girl, and she was shooting her shot and saying, "Hey, let's try this out." And then I wasn't trying. I was trying to get with the other girl in Spain, and then I think that left a bad taste in her mouth. Let me say it like that.
Okay, so she no longer has any feelings for you at all. Like, have you tried to talk to? I mean, you guys, I feel like you make a cute couple, and she seems like your kind of girl. You like dark skinned women. She's Dominican dark skin. She speaks English. She's spicy. So I'm just like, what is going on? Why? What happened? You made your shot. You don't like her like that?
Yeah, no, the timing was off. Rico, do you understand that the timing was off? Do y'all understand that the timing was off?
Yeah, but what about now? What about now?
I can't see it. I can't see it. She just introduced me to another girl 3 days ago. She said, I got somebody for you. And I got a real good girl for you.
John,
go ahead.
Everything ain't meant to be. Sometimes you don't want to mix business with pleasure. And everything ain't meant to be. Sometimes you can meet a really good friend that's a great friend, And you don't want to mess that up,
So
because then what if
you saying African Dominicans shouldn't be trying to push that?
no. I'm just saying I don't push you to do anything. I tell you, hey, take your time, be slow, because if you got a really great friend, then do you want to mess that up by trying to take it to the next level and it doesn't work out, and then you
That's
damage
a
the
good
friendship?
point.
Because
That's
you
a
don't
good point.
necessarily go back to being the
African
same
and
kind of
Dominican,
friend.
please do not agree with
That's all I'm
preaching.
saying. That's all I'm saying. But if you want to go ahead and
Right.
take a chance
No,
and it don't work out,
Now, you
you might
said
lose a good friend in the process. That's
now
all
you
I'm saying.
in African Dominican. You said that do you believe that Dominican women are more jealous than regular women, are more possessive?
I think I think all women are jealous on the same level. It just depends on the mental health of that individual person.
When
Because
you
I
say
really
mental,
believe
what you mean when you say mental health?
mental health, like some people are they have attachment style where they have to be with somebody, right? So if somebody comes in the picture and threatens that, then they get very jealous. Whereas some people are just they're mentally healthy, but they don't get jealous over stuff like that because they have high self-esteem, right? And they don't have trust issues. But I feel like when you have mental health issues, or you've been through situations in the past that make you jealous, it's like a mental health like pattern. It's like a trauma. So if you see like even a little red flag or somebody portraying, to be that person who can make you jealous or can hurt you, you will go off. Like, so a lot of Dominican men, they're known to be players, right? And a lot of Dominican women are used to they are men
That's
playing
what she
them. So
said. She said Dominican men are players. A lot of them like to play with different women, right?
that's why a lot of Dominican women, especially in America, they prefer to be with non-Dominicans. Because Dominicans are known to be big cheaters, they're womanizers, and they're very abusive. So when a Dominican man sees those signs of like what she's used to seeing, she's gonna think, "Oh my gosh, you're like the rest of them," So and she's gonna, show those jealous she's gonna show her jealousy, but at the same time, it also shows what kind of person she is, right? Because if you are a secure woman, right, you don't get jealous just like that. But if you have trauma issues, of course you're gonna get jealous because you used to seeing that. You used to being hurt when a man behaves a certain way. Like
Let
you
me
are
say.
friendly.
Let me say this. I have noticed, and that's a great point, African American. I have noticed that like it's a whole bunch of girls that's coming at me all the time. It's girls, and I'm not saying I'm all that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm in the Dominican Republic. It's not it's not a number where I can be like, and I mean I can get with any girl any day in the Dominican Republic. But I have noticed that the Dominican women they don't want to like expose the man. They don't want to expose me like oh yeah, okay, we're boyfriend and girlfriends. They don't want to expose me. They don't want to say, hey, like, okay, let me put you on WhatsApp. Let me tell everybody that I'm in a relationship on Facebook. And I'm not saying that you have to do that, but I noticed they don't post a picture of
Because
you.
there's a lot of gold diggers here.
So what is that? Which? Oh, so
Yeah.
okay, go.
Yes,
They're being possessive right there.
right. They're scared they
Like
might lose you to the other
gold
women.
diggers, you know.
I got you. But if I want to date one girl and she says, "Oh, I don't want to put you on Facebook or WhatsApp. I don't want to put your picture on there and show people we're dating." Is she with other men? Do you think she's with other men?
Ah,
Or she just
No, she just don't want to be like she probably she don't know if the relationship will be serious.
right, exactly. I agree with Jennifer. Sometimes you don't want to put a man out there who hasn't really committed to you because you end up making a fool of yourself, right?
How
If,
long?
if
How
he,
long? How long? African Dominican?
I
How,
mean, if you're just like
yeah, at
one
least 6 months.
day, 2 days with
no, I'm not talking about 1 or 2 days. I'm talking about months and months and
At,
months.
at, at least six. At least she needs 6 months to check you out, right? Just like even the USA men don't really promote women until he's serious about her. And the same for you. Like I'm not gonna promote a man who I'm not sure if he's gonna bounce tomorrow, and I'm gonna look like a fool, right? So I'm gonna give it time, let him prove himself, and then maybe like if we get really really serious, he meets my family. Then yeah, I can promote him, but I'm not gonna promote you just like that because I don't want my family thinking I'm a hoe, bringing all kind of men around, right? So I have to wait till you actually prove yourself. before I show you off.
I had a woman, a Dominican woman that I dated, and Rico, we talked about this. I had a Dominican woman I dated for 6 or 7 months, and she never posted my picture on anything. Never.
Did you ever ask her why?
Yeah, and she said, "Oh, I don't think it's time right now, and I don't believe it." What you laughing at? Tell me what's going on? What happened?
Yeah, so somebody like that, if it's been 7 months and she just never posts you, she could have somebody else in the picture, and she doesn't want to break anybody's heart.
You think she had somebody else?
Yeah, probably.
And I have heard that Dominican women, they have to make money, so they make money from these different men. That's what I have heard. Like they call gold diggers. Yeah. So they have like 2 or 3 different men, right?
Yeah, chapeadoras.
And more. And they call them chapeadoras here, right?
Yeah, chapeadoras. Yeah. So.
Cueros. Yeah. I never heard that word before. Cueros. What is?
Yeah. I had crossed like in Muslim, like prostitutes.
Okay. You said, what'd you say, prostitutes?
Yeah, they're more like cueros. I'm more like, from what I'm hearing from my Dominican friends, when they say cueros, they mean more like prostitutes. Like the.
Yeah. Okay. She said like prostitutes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Rico, go ahead. What you had to say, brother?
No, I'm just listening.
Are you being quiet for real?
Yeah, I'm listening because you know what? But this is what I'm saying, John. Is they're educating you, but it's like, do you want to hear it or do you not want to hear it?
Okay,
you know, I think Jennifer came in and she just told the truth. She said, yes, Dominican women are jealous, this, that, and whatever. This is, and she gave the reasons why, you know, not being able to trust the men because of what they've been through. I also told you, like I said, it's the difference between, you know, how people value gold and how people value silver, you know. So I'm going to ask you, I'm sorry, what's her name? Scarlett. I want to ask you the same question I asked Jennifer, and maybe see how you answer it. Now, you know John, right?
No, I don't.
This is our first time meeting.
So let me ask you this: you know the type of person that John is. You know he's an American, this, that, whatever, right?
Yeah.
So my question is this: do you think you pretend you and John was in a relationship? Just pretend, right?
Okay.
Would you be able to replace him if you broke up with him with 10 other? You like would you be able to find 10 other Johns overnight? Or is it rare?
I don't cheat on women.
I mean, how can
I? No, John. You can. I want to ask her. Would you be able to get 10 other Johns? How often do you see them where it's like, oh, there's another American, there's another that I could get?
I think I won't.
You wouldn't.
I think I won't.
So it would be harder to come by.
Yeah.
Because of exactly. And so what I'm not saying you're gold, but I'm just saying the rarity of like I don't see them that much. So if I got one, people tend to want to hold on to it. As opposed to you, John.
But I don't think like she says, I don't think I'm all that though. I'm not all that.
I know you ain't. I agree with you. But what I'm saying
about you being an American, you're an American, so you kind of apply the price to Dominicans because you know you have the green card. You're an American. You're different.
Yes, and everybody's losing sight of that. It's easier, as special as Scarlett is. You could tomorrow run into 20 other Scarletts. She can't run into 20 other Johns tomorrow. Everybody's ignoring it like it's on equal footing. It's not. It just isn't. So when they're being more protective of something that's more rarer, that's where some of the jealousy comes through. It's like, I don't want to sit there and put my guy out there and knowing that you got another 20 other scars. Because see, she knows when she walks out the door, just like she liked you, there's 20 other of her that's going to like you too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, Rico. African Dominican. What's the question that you have for Jennifer?
I think you already covered it. Hi, Jennifer. How are you?
I'm okay, girl. And you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Yeah, you already answered the question, John. It was about you guys being together, but I know Jennifer, you don't like John, so it's okay. I don't have the question anymore because you don't like John, right? He's not your type. I mean, you don't like him anymore.
No, I hate him. I hate him so bad.
Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know it's fine. Yeah, because I think you guys make a cute couple, but probably never gonna
Oh no,
happen. But
never. It was just he thought he was about to do something, but never happened.
yeah,
Tell. I love you
can I
too.
ask you guys a question? You and Scarlett, is your name Scarlett?
Scarlett, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's
Okay,
my cousin. Yeah.
okay. This a little bit different because I never really get to speak to like you guys are like Dominican, obviously, right? And you guys are more like darker skinned Dominicans. Do people ever assume you guys are Asians? Do you ever get that being accused of being Haitians?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. And by the way, I speak Creole.
Also, do you have Haitian background?
I have a lot of Haitian friends
No,
and
she's
cousin
asking, do you
persons.
have is any of your
Like
any of
family.
your family members Haitian?
No.
No.
Not directly, like maybe a few generations back, or just not at
Yeah,
all.
it could be. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, probably my grandma from my mom from my grandma, something like that. I
Right.
think I hear
Okay.
something about that. To be honest, I hear something about that.
Right. How does it make you feel when people accuse you of being Haitian? Do you feel some type of way, or
Good,
you don't care?
good. Cause I feel. I mean, I'm not if you know what. It was like a part of my life before, like a few years ago. I would love to be a Haitian.
Right.
Yeah, honestly. And by the way, I love Haitians people. They nice.
Yeah, they're not.
They nice. And you know what? Like it's like in here. Nobody is the same way. Like
Yeah, we got
everybody is
crazy people.
different.
We got good people everywhere.
I love to speak Creole. And and
Nice.
and every day when I see people selling stuff by my house, I talk to them like I didn't even
Yeah.
know how to explain.
Right,
But
right.
it's so nice. I love
And
it.
that's wonderful. How about you, Scarlett? Scarlett, how about you? How do you feel about? Do you ever get accused of being Haitian sometimes?
No,
No.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. No.
not really.
Okay.
But
Not really.
the thing about Jennifer is Jennifer language. You don't understand if she's speaking English, French,
Creole.
Creole, or whatever. Her language. She got some type of.
Moi parler un petit créole.
I like her. She's fun.
And by the way, I wanted to start speak
Do you know I can smell that tequila on your breath?
Me
what
too.
fucking tequila. I'm not I didn't drink nothing.
Okay.
One last question. Jennifer, you have a lot of fun. You're very fun. What is your horror? What's your zodiac sign?
What?
Stop.
What's your zodiac sign?
What's
your horoscope? When is your birthday? When is your birthday? I can tell you. When is your birthday?
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
Oh, she said Libra. Okay, Libra.
No.
Libras are cool.
You're Libra.
Balance. Yeah.
Yeah, balance. Yeah, Libras are fun.
I want to go to your country. I want to go to Nigeria.
I'm not from Nigeria.
I don't know, but I want to go there. I want to see how they move their booty.
I'm from South Africa and Namibia, and I live in the USA. So
I want to go there. It doesn't matter where.
definitely come with me. When I come to I want to meet you, and I definitely want to promote Africa. Yeah, I want to meet you guys as well because I'm from Africa and I live in America. I'm American and African, but I definitely want to meet you guys. I promote African culture. So
you're gonna come.
I
You're gonna come to the Dominican, right?
yeah, I've been there many times. Next time I'll be there should be soon, and I want to come to San Cristobal where you guys are. I want to meet you guys.
Yeah, and she'll pick.
Waiting for you.
She's gonna pick you up at the airport and everything.
Thank you. So yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
Wow.
So
I'll be back.
all right, go ahead.
Could you, Valentina? You got a place in
Bonao.
Banal. Okay, yeah, I heard you say. That's why I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, Bonao is my home in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
And I have
Yeah,
a Dominican child, so
That's yeah. You have I love your channel, African
Thank
Dominican. If you guys
my husband was Dominican. I had a Dominican husband.
So what was he cheating on you, if you don't mind me asking?
No, he didn't cheat. He didn't cheat at all. In fact, he was a homebody. Always goes to work and come home. So I thought he was boring, which is fine. But the reason why I left him because he was abusive. He didn't beat me. He didn't beat me or anything like that. But he started showing those abusive ways. he put a knife on me. And in America you can't pull a knife on people. He put a knife on me and I called the police. And then after that I didn't want to be with him because you can pull a knife on me, what else can you do? And that's how they start. You pull a knife on somebody before you know it, they're beating you up, and I don't play that. Right. So I had to get rid of him because I don't play that. You don't threaten my life. You'll be going to habit.
One thing about me, and no, you're absolutely right about that. I learned that I'm a YouTuber now, and I don't mind saying, "Oh, I dated somebody, and then I broke up with somebody. I dated somebody." Right. That's just part of being a YouTuber, so it doesn't bother me at all. But I don't know when I'm gonna be in another relationship. I don't know when I'm gonna start dating again. But hey, just stay tuned. And I thought this was gonna work. I was excited about it, but it didn't work out. But
I think you need to find. I think you need to find a Dominican or somebody in DR who's also a YouTuber. So at least you guys, you understand each other a little bit better because you're in the same field. Or just somebody who understands you and where you're coming from. But preferably a YouTuber. You guys can travel together. You can do YouTube videos. If you can find somebody like that in DR,
I'm gonna say this. I want you to listen to this, and I don't want you to get offended. I have noticed a lot of Dominican women, since I've been here for 3 years, they have sex for money.
Yeah.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
And I'm not. And I'm not
saying, John. Whoa, John. What did she say?
She said yes. She said yes.
Can you say it one more time, Scarlett?
Yeah.
Okay, because when we say it,
I mean, I don't.
It's not said with any shade, but when you say it, and you did a video a couple of weeks ago at Valentina. People want to make it seem like you're making stuff up,
right?
And I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm trying to say it in an honest way. That's just what the situation is. Oh no, it's not. I'm like, no, it is.
Right.
I think the thing is
what it is.
Some people just can't deal with the truth, but it's true.
It's true, yeah. And
Thank you, Scarlett.
I appreciate you.
And I appreciate you saying it, being a Dominican woman, because being an American man, they want a demon. I'm like, no, I'm not saying. It's just like y'all gotta accept. And I always tell people, like, the way things are in America and the way things are in the DR, they're different, and they're different for a reason, and they're different because of the socioeconomic circumstances and the situation. And either we can be honest and talk about it, or we can bullshit each other.
Right. On the way back, you're
honest.
You're right. It really shocked me when I came back from Rico's house. I was on the bus headed back to Santo Domingo, and it was like 3 or 4 girls that I met. They went to Punta Cana to have sex with men to make money, but they worked at La Serena. They worked at the bank. Yeah. They were teachers and things like that, but they put their best outfit on and they were having sex with these American and Russian men and all of that stuff. And then they made $150, $200, $400, whatever they made. And they got back on the bus and came back home. But I never knew that they did that. And you don't see that in the United States. We do have prostitutes in the United States.
And that's normal here.
That's normal?
Thank you.
Normal.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's not
So why is that normal? Why?
Because I don't know.
Survival, John. To survive. Okay, let me ask you this, Scarlett. What do you do for a living?
I work at a school.
Huh?
Secretary.
You're a secretary. Now let me ask you this, because I want people to understand. How much do you make a month?
A month?
For an entire month, yeah, roughly, on average. How many pesos? On average, a good job, a decent job. What do you make?
A month? I can 25.
25,000 pesos?
Yeah.
That's like the average salary in Dominican Republic.
Yeah. And now what's 25,000 pesos in dollars?
Yes, I can look it up real quick.
Because I want people to understand
by no means I love and I respect
John,
how hard
25,000 pesos is a great salary in the DR for a month.
That's $440
a month. And that's a good $25,000 is a great salary, yes?
Mm-hmm. Right.
No.
Well,
not here.
That's a great salary there.
What's a very good salary in the Dominican?
50.
50?
Yeah, and is
Okay.
there like
Okay. So say 50. That's $800
let's say
a month.
50. Let's say
Okay.
50.
That's
$800.
That's $880 a month.
We make that in a week.
Right.
So what I'm saying is when you look at it on scale, this is why. And here, let me ask you a question too, Scarlett. Are women equal to men in the DR? Or
No.
are men okay? There you go. I don't want to answer this, right? So women are. I'm so, oh my God, because you're telling the truth. And I tell them, I said, women are not treated the same as men. Men are higher than women. It just is the way it is.
And it's like that all over the world.
Even when a man cheats on a woman, it's nothing. That's nothing. That's normal.
Wait, you say when a man shits on a woman?
Cheats.
Oh,
let me answer this.
But if I do it, it's like, oh my God, you're a bitch. You're nothing. You can do that. You have a husband. You do that. It's not.
That's worldwide.
Now let me ask you this too. So even in instances, I'm kind of glad you touched on it. So, and I try to tip it. I'm like, look, if a man beats his wife in the DR, he might spend the night in jail. In America, they throw your ass under the jail.
Right.
But in the DR, I'm like, that man might not even go to jail for beating his wife.
Right. But at least now,
Scarlett, that a man, not you, but guys routinely beat their wives or just smack her. I'm not saying beat her, but smack her around and get away with it.
Yeah, that can happen.
Yeah, but now the DR is cracking down on that. They're really taking domestic violence seriously now. Because DR has one of the highest domestic violence cases in the world. So
that's cool. Haitian Gunman, thank you so much. Hold on one second. Haitian Gunman, it's good to see you again, brother. Scarlett, you don't have to if you don't want to, but can you tell them how tall you are?
I don't know how tall I am.
Let me see.
Sorry.
Let me stand up. Okay. Let's see. I'm 6'1", so stand right here next to me.
You're 6'1"?
I'm 6'1".
Damn, I'm tall.
You gotta be. Oh, she's about 5. She's about 5'10". 5'9", 5'10". Yeah.
That ain't what Haitian was looking for.
She ain't turning around. She's not showing her ass cheeks or nothing like that. She ain't turning around. So, but thank you. Go ahead.
So John, just to pick it back to what Scarlett was saying. So am I saying her name right? Am I saying your name right? Is it
Scarlett? Yeah.
Scarlett. Okay, Scarlett. Also a lot of women in Dominican Republic, they also do a lot of OnlyFans as well. And so some of them may not prostitute in the open, but they do it more like behind the scene when nobody knows about it. And I think also like Dominican culture, the kids, the girls, they become sexualized way too early. Like when they are young kids. So they grow up around that sexualized culture. And being sexualized and going to this sexual industry can also seem like a family business. Like mommy did it, and then the daughter gotta do it because she gotta feed the family. And the cycle just continues, right? Unfortunately, for those women who have jobs, it might not be a lot of money, but you can get a second job. But sometimes it's a lot easier to just do the prostitution because you make more money per hour than you would work in a regular job. So I'm like half on that. Women who don't have a choice at all, I understand. But women who can get a job or 2 jobs and they still sell their bodies, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't respect that.
But
personally,
I would say it's twofold. I think the DR has a high unemployment rate. So like right now in the US, I think we're running at about maybe 3-4% unemployment. We're almost at full employment. I think the DR, the last time I checked, it was like 10-12% unemployment. So a lot of these women can't get jobs because there's not enough work out there. And the second part I would want to ask is two questions I want to ask you, Scarlett. Is one in particular, and this is touching on with you a little bit, Valentina, like you've heard of Sosua, right, Scarlett?
Right.
Huh?
You've heard of Sosua.
Sosua?
Yeah, have you heard of it?
The town, the city, the town. Do you know the town Sosua?
You never heard of it?
exactly.
But have you ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she says she's heard of it.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. And you know what it's known for.
Oh, that's why all the American
You
men
don't?
go to have sex with a lot of women.
I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's the first I heard of it. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
True is
Because
like-
that was the
I
one.
mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I didn't know that.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. I mean, because it's all over the internet, and that's the only reason why I asked about it. It's like if you type it in, it pops up. You'll be, oh my God, with the stuff you see, the images that you see. So that was the one thing, and then the other part was I think like and Valentina will even know, it's like we look at like the promotion of like I'm trying to make sure I say it correctly or the right way, because I don't want to offend anybody, but at the same time I'm pushing the honesty is when we talk about and exactly, it's one other question, because me and John, I told John I want to come too. It's like in the promotion of women being second class citizens, and as she said, parents, because you look at your economic circumstances being limited, or you like, look, I don't have a job, what are we gonna do? I got these daughters, that our families promoting girls to go out there and to also engage in activities with men.
That's a good question, Rico.
To further the family's interest, because if you're poor and you're on a farm and we don't have shit, and I got 3 daughters, and I'm like, hey, we got to eat. There are families that I think are doing it, and I don't blame them for doing it. It's just like, it's fucked up. But I understand.
Have you ever heard of that where a mom has a 16, 17-year-old girl, 15-year-old girl prostituting for money?
I mean, there can be cases because when the country just doesn't give you the opportunities, and as a woman that you got raised like hearing like the man has to give everything to the house, like the man has to bring the money, the man has to bring the food, like you just can't do those things for yourself. You grow up hearing those things, and I mean you maybe feel like forced to go out in the streets and like get that money from other men's pocket. Like you just don't have the opportunity that men have.
Thank you.
Right. Scarlett, also on the other hand, sometimes you have a man who can support you, right? I've heard about women who have a man who can support that woman. Like if you have an American guy, he gives you money, he sends you enough money to survive on, but those women still go out and have sex for money, although they have an American who's supporting them. So at that point, I think it just becomes greedy, or people just want more and more money. Because now I feel sorry for John, right? John wants a decent woman in Dominican Republic, right?
You feel sorry for me? No, wait. You say you feel sorry for me?
Wait. Let me finish my train of thought. You're looking for a decent woman in Dominican Republic, right? But at the same time, if it's the norm for women to sleep with other men for sex, your woman most likely will end up doing that as well. You can support her and give her all the money that she needs, but she'll still step out because she's just gonna want more money. So at some point, I just feel like some people do it because they just greedy. They just want more, but just because I hear it a lot. Women with men in America send them money, but they still want to get more money. They're still doing OnlyFans. They're still going out and sleeping with other men in DR. They never have enough.
Maybe they just like get used to the lifestyle,
Right. Exactly.
Just one is just not enough.
Right.
That's true.
That makes a lot of sense. I really believe that. Like, I give you an example. I went to Punta Cana, and I was trying to talk to some girls, and I walked up to a couple girls, and I said, "Hey, what's your name?" I said, "My name's John," and they would say, $200. I was like, "Wait, what?"
John, I got one question before I'm done. And then I'm going to bed. Scarlett, I got one question to ask you.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, great. Oh, you're the perfect person I want to ask. You are the perfect person I want to ask. Because I wanted to ask a young person. Hallelujah. Okay, so this is a sore point me and John are always talking about and we always get in trouble about. We're older. We like to talk about race. So in particular, I've discovered that, forever, the DR, y'all had y'all issues around race as to
Motorcycle went by. Okay, now go ahead.
Y'all have always had y'all issues around race as to what's black, what's not black, this, that, whatever. I'm not going to ask you what you consider yourself. I could care less. But my question is, do you see more younger Dominicans starting to recognize their Afro ancestry as opposed to the older generation? I know the older generation was always like, oh, me no black, or whatever the case may be, because they could be as dark as, Jennifer, right? But what I've started to see is like more younger people are starting to say, like, yes, I'm not only black, but they're recognizing their Afro identity. So I'm starting to see more and more Dominicans saying, I'm Afro Dominican. I'm not just Dominican. I'm Afro Dominicans, as opposed to maybe when you were younger.
Let her answer the damn question.
Okay.
Let her answer
the question.
I mean, the problem here is with Haitians. Honestly.
Yeah, thank you.
And I don't know why people. Shut up! I'm talking.
Go ahead. She's giving a great answer.
She's about to give an answer.
Go ahead.
I don't know why Dominicans get mad when they think or
so like the woman behind
related to Haitians. I don't see the problem. I just mean in general races are just stupid people. It doesn't even make sense to me. What the hell is racist? What is that? It's just a skin color. It's just a culture. Why do you have to be judgmental? What is the point? I just don't get it.
Because here's part of the problem.
Why are you judging someone that just is different? It's different. I mean, I don't let the point.
So Scarlett, let me add to what Rico said. Let me add to that. So just to ask you frankly, are you proud of your African heritage?
Huh?
Are you proud of your African heritage? Are you proud of your African heritage? Do you learn about African heritage in Dominican Republic?
I don't have a problem with that. What is the deal? Why do you have to feel offended by that? Why? I can change it.
But I have learned Dominicans,
and I wouldn't.
I have learned that Dominicans really don't care about no African heritage or Spanish heritage or anything like that. They only care about being Dominican. And we have been poisoned to talk about race all the time, race all the time. But they don't talk about it. Do you talk about African history or Spanish history in school?
I don't.
No, you don't. Did when you were coming up in school?
It's not really my job.
No. I'm saying when you were in school, when you were going to school, in middle school and elementary.
No.
But John, why would you describe it as we're poisoned?
We are poisoned. We're
poisoned.
Not
poisoned.
They've made it. They have separated us when in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and they separated. And Americans are poisoned. And we always.
So you think that's the only place we talk about it? You think that's the only place we talk about race is only in America?
But Dominicans don't talk about it.
I understand they don't.
Let me say this. Dominicans don't talk about race. Dominicans don't talk about racism as far as black and white, but Dominicans do talk about racism in a form of colorism, right?
Yes.
When Dominicans do know that you are dark, you are light. So they do see that they're not colorblind, right? So that's also racism in a way, because if somebody's going to be promoted to a job because they're lighter skin than the black person, that's racism. Yes. A lot of lighter skin Dominicans have better jobs. They are richer. They have more money.
I'm not saying that Dominicans are not racist.
If you say they refuse to talk about being black, that's
not being racist. No,
I didn't say it was being racist. Remember, I told you they see every color but black. They see every color but black. They'll see indigenous. They'll see white. They'll see Asian. They just don't see black. They just won't see that.
Unless they want to be
That's a form
derogatory.
of anti-blackness,
Right. Yeah.
which
Like
is what we're
But you
talking
see,
about.
but
right.
listen to this real quick, both of y'all.
One second. Rico, I agree with that because
It
Dominicans don't
is.
see black unless they want
That's
to
what they
call a
don't
black
see.
person a
They
negra
see
or
every other
moreno.
color.
And they don't want to talk about that. Listen,
Yes.
so let me say this real quick, and we're gonna jump back onto the girls and the dating and things like that because I've chosen to stay on subject. You notice that she really kind of blanked out and she really got on her
Yes.
phone and she started talking about something else. You know why? Because it does not register to
Yes.
it does not register. She doesn't understand that she doesn't walk into a restaurant and say, "Oh, it's all light-skinned people here in the front of this restaurant." We see that. Hold up, Rico. We go to the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, and we see it's all light-skinned, green-eyed Dominican people, and all the dark-skinned Dominicans and Haitians are in the back cooking. We see that, and you don't see that, but we see it, and we say, "Oh, that's kind of
Because they
racist." We don't.
normalized it. They normalized it. So
Yes.
they don't see an issue with it. But really, if,
And-
if she goes to the US and comes back,
yes.
her eyes will be open
Yes,
to see
she
it.
would, but the most Dominicans have never been to the United
Yes.
States.
But you know, John, I agree with you most of. But remember, I talked about that 15% and growing. That 15% that I told you, when I come back, we're going to go to Santo Domingo. We're going to go 45 minutes outside to the black town who embrace their African Dominicanness. It's growing.
Yeah,
Yes,
That's
bro.
the only reason why I asked, because it's growing among people like her who are young. It's not going to grow among the older people, me, you, Valentina, because we're too fucking old. It's going to grow between the 20-year-olds who are being more, because at the end of the day, she gave the answer. They're uneducated. And that's
Right.
one thing, without beyond a shadow of a doubt, I'm going to say it. Dominican education is the fucking most piss poor, garbage, fucking trash education damn near in the world.
she
So their
agrees.
public
She agrees with you.
education
Hey,
is horrible.
I gotta walk away with please, but please read this super chat and thank this
Yeah,
person for me,
so
Rico.
only care about the Dominican period. So just remember, in America, colorism is
Read the
bad.
whole thing
You understand?
and read it out for me,
Okay,
Rico.
so Lynn Tricks for $10. Thank you. Only care about being Dominican period. That's utter garbage. Okay, and I'll tell you why. Just remember, in America, there is colorism as well. Let's not fool yourself. There's colorism in Africa. There's
Right.
colorism in India. There's
Mm-hmm.
colorism in Asia. There's colorism in countries where everybody's the same color. There's colorism in Europe where everybody's white, because
Mm-hmm.
darker skinned people have always been treated less. You can be among all white people and be a white person. The darker white people in Europe, guess who was treated like black people? The Italians, the Greeks, because they were darker skinned.
Mm-hmm.
The more fair skinned, the better you're treated. The darker skinned, the worse you're treated. So we don't say this to scare or boogeyman Dominicans.
Mm-hmm.
We say this to say that when you say you're Dominican, I didn't ask you where you're from. So when you say you're Dominican, you're telling me where you're from. You're not telling me what you are.
Yeah.
Because in Dominican, guess what they also have in the DR? Don't they have Asians? Don't they have Asians in the DR?
Yeah, they have Asians. As a matter of
Yeah.
fact, I am.
Yeah, they do. I told you about
I
that.
think they're more of
And
us.
guess what? They don't say they're Dominican. They say they're Asian Dominican.
Yeah.
They say
Can
they're
I also?
Asian Dominican. They don't say I'm
Yeah.
Dominican. They say I'm Asian Dominican. They do not give up their ethnicity.
right.
They do
Right.
not fucking give it up.
Well, let me say that. Let me say this. We will. Let's start talking back about the my women issues. Let's go back on that.
So let me ask you a question about your women issues, John. So after everything that was discussed here, do you have a little fear that you're not going to be able to find your ideal woman in Dominican Republic,
No,
especially
I
when
don't.
it comes to like sleeping around? Are you a little bit apprehensive about that?
No, I don't. I
No.
really. Look what it say on my hand. Peace be still. I really don't have any drama or any stress in my life. So I'm a YouTuber, so I let people know, hey, I'm dating, I'm not dating. I don't get depressed. I don't get sad. Maybe when I was 16, 17, 18 years old, when I had that first puppy love, and my stomach would start hurting, and then I would lose about 15 pounds because the girl broke up with me. But I don't, I just move on to the next relationship, and I wish that person the
Okay.
best. So, but I'm not gonna give up. I do want to be married one day. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not a person like with those passport bros that come over here and just have sex with a whole bunch of women. I'm not like that. I could do that, but I'm not like that. We
It's
have
not your style.
Yeah, that's not my style. We have to move upstairs. Let's move upstairs real quick. Now, if I
Scarlett, one quick question. I'm about to leave.
Yeah, me too.
What's the oldest age you date? Like, what's the oldest age you date? Like, how old does a man have to be? The oldest age a man has to be way to date him. What's your maximum age?
Well, parents say like 18.
No, for you, like,
no, for you, what was
me,
the oldest? Like 40, 50?
No, I started dating when I was.
No.
Her question is,
I don't get the
what's the oldest person? Like, I'm 46 years old. So would you date we just use an example. Would you date a 40-year-old man or 46-year-old man or 35?
Maybe 30.
What's the maximum?
Maybe 30.
Yeah, 40, 45. 40. It's okay for me.
46 maybe. That's close to 46.
It also depends how he looks.
How he looks, yeah.
Because
if he looks good like me, you know.
But John, you wouldn't date a 20-year-old, would you? I think you said you would not. Your minimum is what, 25?
I'm at the point now where I probably would just I wouldn't even date a 25-year-old. I would probably just date a 30-year-old.
35 and up.
Yeah, because I'm still listening. I'm listening to Lil Boosie, and she listened to some other little young rapper or something. Anyway, hey Rico, I need you to stay on and answer these questions real quick for 5 minutes because we have to move upstairs. So hey,
nice talking to you guys. Nice talking to you, Scarlett.
African Dominican. I need you to stay on for 5 minutes and talk until we move up.
Okay, we get
okay.
Okay, stick around for a minute because I got some questions for you too, sister.
Okay, let's go.
No, because I found it interesting. Like I said, I really enjoyed you, and you saw me chime in on your video in the comment section.
Thank you.
And I will say this. Let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
The people who got or the person who got upset with you, I kind of understand them a little bit because while you did not say anything in particular to paint that person explicitly as a passport bro, as you saw, I said in the comment, well, you know a lot of them, so there is a little bit of guilt by association, and I did see where they tried to come at you, and like I said and said, it's like, hey, the most dangerous motherfucker in the world to fuck with is an educated sister. So if y'all want these problems, ask for them and you'll get them.
Right.
And I know that, and I know that as an educated Black man, that hey, be sure that that's what you want. But I love your channel. I love the way that you move. I love the topics that you tackle and that you bring up. And I thought that the topic about the passport bros, it was apropos. And I still try to beat up on Brother John because from time to time he'll put out stuff, even his shorts. He put out shit, and I'm like, damn, John, that sounds like real passport bro shit.
Right.
And he says he's not. I think he put out a short just the other day with the Filipina people, and they was like, I'm like, it's still passport bro-ish. And I try to really stay out of that space because they push the topics, even like we were saying earlier, like Jennifer. I mean, she's solid, she's good to go. But I'm like, Jennifer's 100% a Black woman in America that y'all say don't exist over in the DR. And I'm like, she is it 1000%.
Exactly. And some Dominicans in DR will look at her and say that she's Haitian. And I hear that a lot online.
And let's address this. Sister Elizabeth Pina, with all due respect, race is not a U.S. issue. Y'all really got to stop that. Y'all really got to stop race being. Y'all so much want to put. Okay, you're from Valentina.
I'm from,
You
I'm
said
from,
Nambia, right?
yeah, I was born in Angola. My parents are from Namibia, and I grew up in the USA and England.
So let me ask you a question:
Mhm.
Does racism exist in Nambia?
Yeah, racism exists
Okay.
everywhere because Namibia
Okay.
had an apartheid
Okay.
system, so we
Mhm.
went through apartheid.
Mhm. Yeah. So race. So hold on, John. So Valentina, let's hold on, John. We're gonna take over your stream for a minute because I want to put this shit to bed. Because everybody likes to say we did have the stupid ass one drop rule in America. Okay, whoop the fucking do. Some white people came up with the one drop rule. Okay, they verbalized it and they wrote it. But guess what? It existed anyway. Because you're in Nambia, and guess what? Racism exists in Africa. White supremacy exists around the fucking globe. Can we
Right. I
stop
think that
seeing
the
this
only
just
difference,
America?
I think the only difference is in other parts of the world, it's more like covert. It's like covered. I think it's normalized. They don't want to talk about it. But in
Yes.
America, it's more vocal. You talk about it. But in third world countries like Dominican Republic and
Yes.
Namibia, they see
They
it, but
won't
they
talk
just
about
don't vocalize it. But in Namibia, because of Namibia, South Africa, because of apartheid, they
it.
talk about it. But other countries, like for example, white people are worshipped in Africa. If you go to East Africa, West Africa, being white is like worshipped by even Black Africans.
Yes.
If you're with a
Which
white person, they think you made it in life.
which is the one reason why I sit there and say, and which is as an African American, it pisses me off the most because I'm like, you know what? I tell everybody else in the diaspora, you should be kissing African Americans' ass, not because we're special, but because we start the conversation that
That's
others
true.
won't have.
That's true.
So what I'm saying is we export. So you say, you talk about you. It's such great. We're starting a conversation that y'all should be having, whether it's in Jamaica, whether it's in Nambia,
Mhm.
whether it's in Kenya, whether it's in India, everywhere where anti-blackness exists, you guys should be. We're creating the blueprint to say start because guess what? We ain't won. We haven't succeeded. But we start the fucking conversation and we don't let them ignore it.
Right.
Yeah,
So what
and
we're
I think
trying to
that's a
tell you
good point.
how to
And I
start
think
the conversation to not let them ignore it where you are. Because even
Yeah.
in the DR, 90% of the people at the bottom of the pier are dark skinned. And
Well,
you know
let's
that, Valentina,
wait.
like I do.
Let's ask Jennifer. Jennifer, do you believe that that dark skinned Haitians and dark skinned Dominicans have a harder time in the Dominican Republic?
Uh, Honestly, yes, we do.
What the fuck are we talking about? It's an honest conversation, or we're not having an honest conversation.
That's a stupid.
You're not dark
That's
skinned.
stupid. What the hell are you talking about?
She is, John. Stop bullshit.
Oh no, excuse me. I'm blondie.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
I'm
have
like,
you have a harder time than one that's lighter skin, green eyes,
Yeah,
straight hair. Come the fuck on. And we do a disservice by acting like, well, because they don't talk about it, it don't exist. They don't have to talk about it. I got fucking eyes.
And also to just add to John's point, he's really opening up my eyes too. When we cover it up, things stay the same because we're not allowing any fact to these people who think okay to mistreat Black people, dark skinned people. When we talk about it, we bring it to the forefront, and those people can think twice. Oh, let me treat this person better. Because sometimes people are just ignorant about it. They cover it up, and everybody goes along with the program, and nobody makes noise about it, right? And I think that's why here in America, because I live in Washington D.C. Us Black people in America from other countries, we live more comfortable here because you know why? Black Americans made noise about Blacks being mistreated,
Yeah.
right? That's why we can be here and prosper. But in our countries, we are treated like we're nothing if you're dark skin. But because we don't make
Right.
noise about it, we just cover it up.
What
Look,
let me
John,
hold on. Let me ask Jennifer. Do you think that dark skinned people Dominicans have a harder time in the Dominican
I
Republic?
already said yes. Sometimes we do. It depends.
How many times you want her to tell you?
Shut up.
And John, go to Elizabeth Pina because I wanna dispel this myth too. Okay, let me just say this.
No, hold up.
No.
Rico, a lot of us are mixed. We don't deny black or white.
Let me just say this to button it up. Okay. Every fucking African American in America is mixed as well. Yeah. There's no pure blood African Americans in America. We are all descendants of slaves. We are all fucking mixed. And this, you know what? Mixture argument bullshit is utter bullshit.
Yeah, they say that just to kind of get off the
subject. Rico. Yeah. Let me also say this, Rico. I agree with that because even in Africa, honestly, almost everybody in this world is mixed because of colonialism and a lot of movement. Everybody in this world is mixed. The only people the only people that may be pure, maybe South Sudan people, maybe they're a little bit more pure. But everybody, even in Africa, everybody has a little drop of another blood, whether it's white or Asian, because people have been traveling around for a long time, colonialism. So everybody in this world is mixed. It's not right.
But the issue is the anti-blackness, meaning the darker you are, the less you're treated, no matter what country you in. So claiming a fucking nationality does not protect you from that. Because see, Jennifer, John, me, or Valentina, we could claim fucking English. When they look at us, we're fucking black. They don't look at us and see our fucking nationality. They don't care where we're from. They look and see what they fucking see. And that's what this is about. Yeah. It's not about, there's nothing about me that looks English.
It doesn't matter where you go.
It doesn't look, I don't look Canadian. I don't look English. I don't look Panamanian. I look black.
And that's a good point, Rico. That's a good
bullshit
point.
Y'all gotta stop.
Because I feel like a lot of Dominicans, because they speak Spanish, they think they are Spanish, right?
No,
but we speak English. Like in my country, in Namibia.
It doesn't matter if you speak English. If you're dark skin, you're treated different. You're being treated different. It doesn't matter if you speak English, Spanish, Creole. It doesn't fucking matter everything and nothing.
And the reason we said that, I didn't mean to cut you off, African Dominican, but a lot of times people come on here and say Dominicans don't look at color and we don't look at color, but that's not true.
Listen, let me tell you something. Let's say like if you be blondie, nine or whatever, like you look good and shit.
They see that
light skin. And you have a lot of tattoos, but I'm dark and I have a lot of tattoos. They will say, "Oh, this is," and they will be comparing and stuff like that. And even if I got money and you got shit, if you have nothing, they will treat you better than me. Even if I have money, like to buy everything.
Thank you.
But a lot of Dominicans say, "Oh, we don't look at color and stuff like in the United States."
It's just
of
bullshit.
course they will say that, but this is how people treat people. Let's go at the store.
Let me ask you this,
and let's see how they're gonna treat us.
But let me ask you this, Jennifer.
Him better than me.
This is what I always say.
I know what I'm saying.
But John, you know who the very people who say that shit are the people that's not black.
Yeah,
it's always the ones that's not black that say we don't see color. No, you don't see color.
And
exactly. And they are lying because they do see color. You know, why is it that in Dominican Republic they have a name for black people like Negro, Moreno, but they don't have a name for white Dominican?
What's the name?
I mean, like when they call it Negro, it's just try to say black, but I mean, it sounds good because I like people call me black.
Right. Yeah.
You like
my
that?
opinion? Of course.
Yeah. It's nice. Right. I think
Shanti Black Queen.
We talking
about.
I guess
Shanti Black Queen. Yeah, that's my nickname.
Exactly. I guess my point was those who say they don't see color, Dominicans who say they don't see color. If they didn't see color, they wouldn't call anybody by their color, right? They have a color name for like dark skin Dominicans, but they don't have a color name for white skin Dominicans. They don't call them, "Oh, you are whitey," or they just call them. They don't even have a name for them, but they have a name for the darker skin Dominicans based on the.
But the thing is, they use that thing to call it by let's say like it's like a good thing, like what they say, "Hey, black, come here," or whatever. It's
like my queen.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, honestly.
I know it's not a bad thing. I'm just saying the fact that they have a name for dark skinned Dominicans, but they don't have a special name for the white skinned Dominicans. I mean, like Negra is like it's like a saying McQueen or Black Queen. That's a compliment, obviously, Moreno or Morena. But I'm just saying those Dominicans who say they don't see color, but then they call Dominicans negra and morena. That's the color word.
Right. Yeah. Look at this. Look at this right here. Ambrose says you must address the elephant in the room. It's not the dark people problem unless they play the game.
Okay. Look at that's my kid over here. That's my daughter. Kay.
This my channel right here. Can you let? That's your daughter.
I know, but that's my daughter in here. That's Kay. Hey Kay, how you doing,
Kay,
baby?
how you doing? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, that's my daughter. Jennifer is la negra. Jennifer is the black. Yeah, you see that? What? Don't be jealous.
No.
If you don't have nobody to talk to you. Shit.
Okay, no.
But you know,
your daughter's on there.
Hey, I love
Rika
you.
Tommy said the same thing happens in Puerto Rico.
They are afraid to hurt their feelings. Then the problem will go away. It's not a dark people problem unless they play the game. So what are they saying about that, Rico?
I think they're saying it is a dark person problem, but I like what Rika Tommy said, because like I said, I do know that the same thing does happen in Puerto Rico.
Yes, it does. It does.
It's the truth. So it's just frustrating.
I lived in Puerto Rico for almost a year.
But John, that's where I push back on you forcefully, very hard, because again, you and I are more educated. So when Scarlett was here earlier and she was saying it was an education issue, that's not my problem or your problem. You and I, we're educated. We know better. Right. So when we hear this bullshit, we can't go, oh, well, they said no. We need to call it out.
Right. We have to call it out. We have to address it.
Accepting that bullshit because we don't want to hurt their feelings. I'm not trying to hurt their feelings, but I'm like, nah, bro, that's some bullshit.
But we
have to call it out.
As you notice, African Dominican and Rico, as y'all notice, every time you ask a Dominican and talk to a Dominican about race or something like that, they fade out, get on the phone, they'll walk away and be like, "Hey, I'm Dominican."
It makes them uncomfortable. It makes them uncomfortable because they don't want to talk about it. They don't want to push it under the rug. Like I go to Dominican Republic a lot. I have Dominican family because through my son, my ex-husband, right? And I know a lady who had 5 kids. 2 of them are light skinned, the other 3 are dark skinned. And she loved her light skinned kids. And she made sure that her dark skinned kids knew that they were ugly and they were not accepted by her. Right? So that happens a lot in Dominican families where the darker skinned siblings or family members are looked down upon, right? But they just ignore it. But it's not right. Right? But they have to talk about it.
No, I'm not taking up for Dominican people. I've been living here for 3 years. I'll say this. Like Scarlett is an amazing person. She's a sweetheart. But the thing is, Dominicans don't give a damn, and it does. That's like me being a baseball player and you tell me, hey John, let's go play tennis. Let's go play tennis. I don't like tennis. Let me finish, Rico. Hold up. I don't like tennis. So my point is, they didn't see no slavery back in the day. They didn't see people getting hanged. They don't talk about Martin Luther King. They don't talk about Malcolm X. They don't talk about none of that stuff. So that's like a fight they don't even have in the Dominican Republic. Now you start talking about Haitians, and how Haitians took over the Dominican Republic, and they did. Haitians took over the Dominican Republic for a while and things like that. So that's what they are talking about. Like she wants to talk about it now. Look,
listen.
I just wanted to say, Haitians here is like the black people, and we Dominicans, we are the white people.
Right, which is crazy. And that's John. Let me finish.
That's a good point. You heard what she said, right?
John.
And that's like Mexicans in the United States.
Let me finish. I heard what she said. I also know she's uneducated.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I know she's uneducated.
She's not uneducated.
Yes,
that's
she
wrong.
is.
No,
yes, she is.
She has not. She doesn't know the history behind.
That's called uneducated, John.
That's not uneducated.
Yes, that is. You don't know.
One thing, it's ignorance. Like Coach John.
To be uneducated.
Right, Coach John.
That is exactly what it is.
So are you uneducated because you don't know what's going on in Australia? Are you uneducated? Because
no, if I speak about it and I don't know, yes, I'm uneducated and I'm ignorant. That's why I shouldn't speak about things I don't know.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't speak about things you don't know.
that's what
So
she ain't speaking about it. We asked her about it, and
she said Dominicans are white and Haitians are black.
shout out to
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's what
What
she
is she?
said.
Break
She
that
said
down,
Dominicans are
Rico.
white. They're not white, right? Are Dominicans white, John? Is
No,
Jennifer
but
white?
she missed.
Can
She said it's a metaphor. She said you're missing the point.
Okay, so the
Okay, let
point
her
I'm
break it
saying is
down.
it's an uneducated point. And what I'm saying is just because they repeat it, right? If you and I are educated, we don't repeat the same things that we know better. That's all
So
I'm saying.
let me
Like, they
so
can
let me
speak that shit
oh,
all they want.
right.
I'm not going to go out and regurgitate it because that's the way they feel, even though I know
but
they're
listen,
wrong.
they push this. They
Sure.
push this, and listen what Elizabeth says. There was a dictator named Trujillo, and I know this, and
Yeah, we know that history.
Yes, I agree with that.
I don't know
Yeah,
if she
I
knows.
do that too.
I don't know if she knows that though.
Because she may be uneducated. That's the whole point.
And
Uneducated
he
means to not be taught.
right, and she
Okay,
has no interest in it.
we're gonna ask her real quick. Did you? Now I asked a lot of.
Try to explain herself between black and white, like.
It's a lot of older Dominicans that I ask questions to, and they say Trujillo did not allow them to claim their African roots. Did you know that? And do you feel that energy when you talk about African roots when it comes? Did you know that Trujillo did that?
Trujillo.
I'm sorry, Trujillo. I'm sorry. Yes, yes. I'm trying.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Did you know? First question is, did you know that Trujillo really tried to like get rid of the dark skin? And did you know that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Does that affect you in any type of way? That like that color thing.
Can I
Did
ask Scarlett?
Go
Scarlett, let
ahead.
me ask you a question. Earlier you say that Haitians are black and Dominicans are white. When you say Dominicans are white,
like here, I mean, you don't
what do you
really
mean?
in Dominican Republic, you don't really see like the racist people like when it comes to skin color like that. That's why
Okay.
I metaphor like that's why I said Haitians here are like white people and we Dominicans are like black people.
I thought you said
Sorry,
Haitians are
they're
black
black.
people.
They're black. We're the white people.
Right. She
So
meant
when you
yes.
Can I
The other
ask
way
you a
around.
question, though? Let me ask you a question,
no,
Scarlett.
it doesn't answer. Yeah.
I want to. Do you know the history of Samana?
Samana.
Yeah. Do you know the history of it?
What happened?
No, it's in the DR. You're in the DR. You're a Dominican. Do you know how Samana was founded and who it was founded by?
I'm Dominican, and I can tell you this. I practically don't know like.
But again, we speak about education.
The history of my country.
You don't even know the
Because,
history
again,
about the
when I told John about the lack of education, he swore up and down that y'all were educated. And I'm saying even the history of Samana, which was founded by African American slaves, people
I'm
who
gonna tell you this. I'm not educated that
no,
much.
I'm not saying you. I'm not.
That's
But
just
listen,
because I don't want to.
right?
But if I wanted to,
She's not interested in that topic, basically.
Yeah, Scarlett, this is not a slight at you. I'm trying to explain something to John.
We're not
No,
trying
but
to
I'm
pick
trying to
on
explain
you.
to John how certain countries, when people don't choose, even in America, people are stupid about things in America because they don't want to know.
It's
if
true.
you don't want to know, you won't know.
A lot of Dominicans, that's what I was saying. A lot of Dominicans don't. They don't want to know.
But it doesn't mean that they're right. It just means they're uneducated, as I said. It doesn't mean because they say it, they're right. It means they're uneducated because they don't want to know. You can don't want to know and be wrong all day.
And I think it's also like convenience, ignorance. Like they don't want to know about certain aspect of race or color, but then when it's convenient, they will bring up the color issue. Like just like in the workplace, Dominican Republic, a lot of Dominicans get better jobs, get better treatment, right? That's a race issue. So they conveniently ignore that, right? Try to normalize it. But it's like they have that like convenient ignorance. Some things they'll give a pass, but then deep down they wouldn't know the issues, but they don't want to face those issues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that because like the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, I was like, man, where are all the dark skinned people in the front at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino? And then I'll get a Dominican to say, well, if you don't like it, go back to your country. And I'm like, wait, that's not my point. My point is, why is it all light skinned people at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino as soon as you walk in?
But John, by the same reason they won't sit there and they won't confront racism, they won't confront sexism either.
Right. Yeah.
They won't confront the fact that women are second-class citizens and treated like shit.
Right.
They will completely ignore that.
Right.
They will completely ignore that women are still fucking property.
Yeah.
They because it's just always been that way. So why should it be any different? So let's talk about sexism. Forget the race. Let's talk about sexism.
Okay,
how are women treated in the DR?
Right.
Property.
Are you treated fine in the Dominican Republic? Do you feel like you're treated like first class or second class
compared to men?
As a woman. As a woman.
I mean, depend like the place, really.
She said depends on the place.
In America, that don't exist. In the West, it don't exist. It doesn't matter where you are. You're treated equally. We push that. That's not there. That's not there throughout Latin America. In America, in the West, we push equality for men and women, flat out. I don't care where you are.
Yeah.
In the law, medicine, everything.
That's great. Hey, Rico, this is a great question. Can we talk about, John made the young lady, Jasmine, call him a monkey, and I didn't think that the young lady knew that was racist. So, how do you?
It's okay. You were black.
Yeah. So
you're black. It's okay.
Now I shaved all my hair off, right? And the girl that helps me out with my English program, and she's on the channel a lot. Her name is Jasmine. We were shooting the video, and she said, "Coach John, you shaved all your hair off your face. You look like a monkey." Mm-hmm. That's what she said.
Yeah.
So it didn't offend me at all, but and I knew that she wasn't trying to be racist. I've had white people in the United States call me a monkey and a nigger,
and they were being racist.
And they were being racist. But do you think? Can I see it? Thank you. Do you think you want some?
No.
Do you think? This is yours? Do you think a monkey is a bad name to call a person?
I wish Syria or this black boy had a T-shirt and it said monkey. There was the word on it, and the parents felt like offended because the people the man that
Go ahead, Jennifer, can you please please step away? You are a serious alcoholic. Give me the beer. Give me the beer. Let it loose. Let go.
So you try to be more alcoholic than
I gotta catch up.
I'm not alcoholic.
I'm gonna have to catch up pretty soon because damn,
catch up. He just wanna drink what.
You see what I got to deal with? Y'all see how I got to deal with, right?
This is how I go.
Yeah.
When they see something, they try to act in front of other people that they are the serious ones when they are just trying to get what you have. You see? So now I leave and everything's gonna be fine. You see? But he was trying to rub it for me.
You speak English. You speak English much better when you're drunk. I can tell you that. So anyway, go ahead and finish about the monkey.
So the parents were mad because the
you see, I'm not lying.
Jennifer, go ahead. I don't want Jennifer.
The parents got mad because the man that gave the shirt to the boy was white, and there was the word monkey on it. And at that moment, I didn't know that was racist. That's just me being honest. I didn't know that.
Yes. So when you were younger and when you were a teenager and stuff, nobody walked around and said you're a monkey or you look like a monkey or nothing like that.
Yeah, I've been told that word.
But it's
But
never.
here, that doesn't mean you're being racist to me.
Yeah, and let me add to that as well. Being from Africa, we have a lot of monkeys there. And when I was a kid, if somebody calls me a monkey, I'm not gonna think they're being racist. So even I didn't know it was racist until I came to America. So I can understand her point. Not everybody considers being could be called a monkey racist.
That's absolutely right. That's a great point. And I didn't believe that Jasmine was calling me a monkey because she was being racist.
But don't think for a moment that probably in half the countries around the world, if you call a black person a monkey, it's considered racist. So while it may not be considered racist everywhere, it's been a trope all the way back through the 1700s where they've called Africans monkeys because that was a way they described us as being savage, animalistic, and that was what we were most closely identified with.
And ugly. Can we not forget about that?
So we're not going to say ugly. Also, we're not going to say that all of a sudden. Put it like this: they didn't make a habit of calling white people monkeys,
right?
So it was specifically they didn't make a habit of calling Asian people monkeys. They didn't make a habit of calling Latino people monkeys. It was mostly Africans specifically because we were deemed as animals. So it wasn't just America. If you call a black child a monkey in England, a lot of countries, it's deemed as racist.
Right. Cash Flow says racist Latin America is nothing like American in the post-Civil War era. That is so true. That's true.
Because they fucking buried their head in the sands about it. That's all.
Right.
That's not sugarcoated.
Right. Exactly. I agree. And I think now if somebody from another race calls a black person a monkey, yeah, I can say that be racist. But if another black person calls another black person a monkey, I don't know if that's racist as well. I don't know what you think, Rico or John. Like the kid who called John a monkey, she was black. She's black, right?
It still can be treated that way, even if it comes from a black person. It can still be looked at that way.
Right.
It's all up on the recipient and how they receive the insult. And what we got to stop doing is we got to stop qualifying shit. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, what we're doing is, you know what we're doing when we have this conversation? We're qualifying when people call us niggas. Oh, well, he said it would, literally right now in 2023, they're defining whether or not it's an ER or the A. I'm like, what fucking difference does it matter?
Right.
It's a slur. I don't care how it is. Oh, he didn't say nigger. He said nigga.
Right. But you know what? Let me say this. I'll say this, and I'm speaking for myself.
That's what we're doing.
I understand. I like not talking about race. I don't mind talking about it all the time on, sometimes every now and then on the channel. But I like being in the Dominican Republic, and I don't feel like a white person is looking down on me. I know Haitians probably feel that way, but I don't feel that way in the Dominican Republic. No, I don't. I've never had a Dominican person to call me and look down on me or.
The thing is that here,
I meant to say Dominican.
With Haitians, it's more about culture. It's not a skin color.
Culture.
That doesn't matter here.
And do you think it has something to do with the war that you all had with the Haitians also?
I think.
Yes.
Yeah, because here people just joke around about your color, but it's not like being racist. It's just like, oh my God, you're so black. Oh, you're almost blue or something like that. But it's just a joke. It's not racist.
That is racism.
But
I'm just saying it is. I know you may not think it is, but it is.
Here, I mean, I wouldn't take it as a racist person.
Yes,
and
but what you're saying, what you're actually describing, Scarlett, if I can explain it to you.
I can't really. I don't know.
No. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is we do the same thing in the U.S. Believe it or not, in the U.S., John will tell you, within the black community, Light-skinned people will call dark-skinned people blackie. We would call them blackie. You look like ink. You look like midnight. We struggle with colorism the same way. Colorism is a form of racism.
Yes.
It just is. We used to look at it the same way that you guys looked at it. We used to look at it the same way the Dominicans did. It's not really racism. But the more we became educated, we realized that, you know what? This shit is racist. It's racist that we look down on our darker skinned brothers and sisters as if we're better than them. Because in African American communities in America, light-skinned people who look like you and John and me will look down on dark-skinned people like Jennifer. We would do that. Yes.
That means here there's a lot of race. Because everyone, literally everyone, jokes about skin color here.
And I'm trying to tell you that's a form of racism. We had to educate ourselves to stop doing that.
Yeah, she's cutting up she's cutting up
and that's all I'm saying is all I'm saying is until we got educated, we used to do that, believe it or not, we used to have what they call a brown paper bag test. So basically, if someone wanted to date you, they held up a bag. If you were darker than the bag, you were no good. No bueno.
Right. Yeah.
That was a real thing in America. We got educated, is what I'm saying. We used to laugh about the shit too. But we found out it's not a joke anymore.
Right.
We got to stop laughing about it and get better.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah, I believe that I do my best to try to let people know that racism is bad. And I told Jasmine when she called me a monkey, I said, hey, and when we got off the channel, when we got off and I turned the camera off, I said, you have to really be careful with that word when you go to the United States. And you can't call anybody a monkey. And she understood it. Remember, this girl is 13 years old. She's 13 years old. She's not 20 something years old. When did you find out monkey was
when I watched the series that I said.
How old were you?
20. That was like a few days ago.
And she just found that out that a monkey that the word monkey
save that girl life. Tell her right now. Save her life. Because she's gonna say that to the wrong person and it's not gonna end well, John.
That's true. Yeah. And I did tell her. I told her that.
She said it to the wrong person.
But she just found out and she's 20 years old. That monkey
but I'm saying save that child. Shit, save her life. Tell her. Don't call nobody no monkey. That shit may not end well. You call the wrong person that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whatever you may be.
Right. Mm-hmm. And and she really, because brown skin, they do have brown skin monkeys, and she watched TV and she said, Coach John, you look like a monkey.
John, and I know they got white monkeys too, but they don't call white people monkey. They got white monkeys. They don't call white people monkey. We know what it is. And that's what I'm saying. I just think it's crazy. I know what you're saying.
Right.
And I know that the little girl didn't mean any harm. I'm just saying, sweetheart, I love you. I don't want you to get in trouble. You can't be calling people that.
Right. Gigi says racism in all of the forms is a worldwide phenom that said racism is in the United States is on a different level because for generations it has been allowed to permit through every level of society. That is absolutely true.
But the only thing is, everybody sit there and say we're obsessed with it. We're not obsessed with race in America. We're more willing to talk about it while other people pretend it doesn't exist.
Right.
And that's where they think it's an obsession because you know what? Y'all are content with it. We're not.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You're content with the shit. So I don't need to talk about it, but I'm not going to ignore it, and I'm not going to just because I'm in a place where other people choose to ignore it. And I'm even watching you, bro. If I see you sitting, I'm like, John, you letting that shit slide. That's some bullshit. Mm-hmm. I'll call you and anybody else out about it. No, that's some bullshit.
Mm-hmm. Look at this. He uses it. Gigi, read this example right here, Rico, please.
In Thailand, folks from northern farming provinces are deemed to be lesser citizens because their darker skin is equated with manual, low-skilled wage farm work. Even they're all Asian. They're all Thai. The dark-skinned people are the niggas. Same thing exists in India. Same thing exists in China. It's an anti-blackness. The darker you are, the lesser you are.
Mm-hmm.
It exists in the fucking DR too.
Caribbean Lover says this. Read that, Rico.
I am well educated, and I am well educated, and we were enslaved by Spain, and Haitians were enslaved by the French. After we pushed the colonizers out, we were enslaved by the Haitians for 20 years. Okay, so what? I get it. Yes, you were. And you were, and here's the thing. This is what I always say, because this is the one thing that this is the one thing that I never understood. It's like Dominicans will always remember being enslaved by Haitians. And that 20-year history was 100% true. You were enslaved by Haitians. It was hard. It was this, that, whatever. What I always ask them is, did you forget about being enslaved before you were enslaved by the Haitians? And did you forget about being enslaved after you were enslaved by the Haitians? Because you had colonizers on both sides of that 20 years, and they weren't Haitians. So if you don't remember those Spaniards doing it, why are you so fixated on just that 20-year period as if that's the only time you were enslaved? The second part I always ask you, as I told you, John, is I said, okay, why y'all ain't got concern about your white colonizers from the north called America who invaded your ass twice?
Yeah, you told me about that. I didn't even know about that.
It's actual history. America invaded the DR and fucking took over 2 times. Twice. And will come and invade that motherfucker again today. As recently as the 1960s, they sent the 82nd Airborne over here to kick y'all ass. Why don't y'all talk about that? Look up all your history and not just some of it. Because it wasn't just the Haitian. It wasn't.
That's right.
I like that. All I'll say.
And I looked it up, Rico, when you told me about that. I had no clue that America had invaded
twice.
The Dominican Republic.
Twice.
Yeah. You don't have to fix their problem if they do not want to be fixed. Just don't allow anyone to disrespect us and go about our good lives, Black people. I love that. I like
that's it.
I like
that's
that.
It.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's the same problem. That's the same problem we have in the United States, man.
But here's my thing. If you want to keep your head buried in the sand and believe that race don't even fine, I don't give a fuck. Don't believe it. I don't care. But you ain't gonna disrespect me. Period. Fuck that bullshit.
We actually drove them out in the 60s, Rico.
Who? You drove who out in the 60s? I know this motherfucker ain't telling me they drove out of me. They ain't about to tell me they drove America out in the 60s. You know ain't nobody drove America out.
Yeah, America ain't never
running from none of you motherfuckers.
No, I mean they probably had some type of peace treaty or something, but ain't no
peace treaty. My ass. Let me tell you something. Right now, they take the knee today for America. Are you fucking kidding me? In 2023, they bend the knee for America. Fuck is you talking about? The DR, Haiti, Puerto Rico. All of them. The only motherfucker I ain't seen bend the knee for America is Cuba. That's it.
Thank you.
Every other country in the Caribbean bent the knee for America.
You think we push an American narrative on other cultures, Rico?
I ain't pushing it. It's on them. I have no other choice. They take that check. They take that check. Yeah. Excuse me. If Dominicans believe that 60% of the island is not colonized through multinational corporations, they're fucking delusional. They're delusional. You look at anything else, all of Santo Domingo, all of it's multinational corporations that run it all. What are they talking about?
Right. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
I tell you what. Since you don't want the American narratives, I tell you what. You motherfuckers go and become communists tomorrow and see how long that lasts. It won't last through the weekend.
How do you feel? How do you feel about Americans? A lot of Americans and different people from different Russians and stuff coming to your country, the Dominican Republic.
It's okay for me.
Yeah. Do you think we're trying to take over or trying to change anything? Do you?
Why would I like feel that? I mean, because with Haitians,
Forget Haiti.
Dominicans
Do y'all think y'all independent? Forget Haiti. Do y'all think y'all independent from the rest of the world? Just your own country? You're not. Okay, thank you. Look at her, John.
Let her finish, Rico.
No, she's shaking her head. No.
I heard. I say I can look through the screen and see it.
Oh, okay.
With Haitians, Dominicans don't want them here.
But yeah, forget the Haitians. But I'm saying
with I don't know, Russians or some other country. I don't know.
America.
We think they come here to take our jobs, and it's not like that.
Okay, now what about America? Do you think y'all are independent from America?
No.
Thank you. I ain't got nothing else to say, John. Thank you.
You act like you didn't prove me wrong or something.
No, but they're sitting there like, I'm like, they're dependent on America. And anybody that's, right, Scarlett?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I did read that the Dominican Republic has the third worst military in the world.
Their number one export partner is America. Everything they export goes to America.
I said military.
I know, but I'm just saying it's economic. Economics run things more than military.
My mom says all countries get a check from America.
Just like, and they need that check to keep coming.
America runs the world.
Thank you.
Yes. So, and that's not a bad thing that we're saying. Like
it is, but it is a horrible.
It's just the truth. Yeah.
But it's true.
So all right, let's jump over real quick before we go. We got about 15 more minutes. Let's talk about my relationship. What I need to do.
What is it that you want? What about your relationship? I don't get it.
I want to eventually get married again, but I am not just choosing anybody. So I want the right woman. What am I doing?
Excuse me. You're not choosing anybody?
No, I said I don't want to. I'm not just trying to rush and choose the wrong woman. So my point is, what do you think I need to do? Because I've been trying. I'm doing it, trying to do it the right way. I'm, asking. I'm trying to date a person.
You just can't force things. You just have to go with the flow.
I don't think I do you think I forced something, Rico, 3 weeks ago when I started dating, and then
I think you have I think you have unrealistic expectations, and not that what you want is unrealistic.
Don't agree.
The way you expect people to behave is unrealistic. Mm-hmm. You expect people to behave in a way that they're not going to behave if you have to dictate it. So that's all.
Yeah, I got you. I want to thank everybody for their chats, for their donations. But thank you so much, Caribbean Lover. Thanks so much for the donation. Scarlett, he will never understand our culture. We will continue push his American narrative on our. We talking about Black history again. I mean, we talking about history.
I understand their culture better than she does. She's just in denial about it, like most of them.
We were enslaved by Spain and Haitians. We're enslaved by the French after we were enslaved by the Haitians. Rico, that's you. That's your baby. I'm gonna let you take over because I don't.
Let me tell you, being a property owner in the DR, I have studied Dominican history extensively. I know who you guys were enslaved by. I know who the Haitians were enslaved by. I know when Haiti got free. I know when Haiti invaded the DR. I know when you guys fought back and beat the Haitians. I know when you guys actually went back to the Spaniards and asked them to recolonize your ass, to be re-enslaved, okay? I'm well aware. I know that y'all built a montage to the world's most murderous piece of shit in Christopher Columbus that sits in your fucking capital today. Okay? In downtown
Santo Domingo.
I'm well aware of your history. I probably know Dominican history better than fucking 60% of Dominicans because I'm educated.
A lot of
But I'm
Americans
not saying I'm Dominican. I'm just saying it is what it is.
Go ahead.
A lot of Americans come here to do just some tourism, and they teach us about our history better than us. Yeah.
So you believe that Americans can teach you about your history better than
myself? Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because I don't study my history.
You don't study your history. They don't teach you your history?
They do in school, but like I think they don't go that deeper.
They don't that deep. Okay,
they
okay.
What they want you to know and nothing more. That's it.
Yeah, let me say this. When we were coming up, I want you to listen to this real close. When we were coming up, we opened up a book and we saw Christopher Columbus. You know, Christopher Columbus is in the colonial zone, right? We opened up a book and we saw where Christopher Columbus was sharing corn and they were giving gifts and they was loving each other and hugging and kissing on each other and they were sitting at the dinner table. And then later on, we found out that Christopher Columbus killed a lot of the indigenous people. But our history book shows that Christopher Columbus was a good person. Were you taught about Christopher Columbus in the Dominican Republic?
I mean, he said, according to him, he discovered the island. But how can you discover something if there's just actually people living there already? You know, and he just tried to take over that place. That's what he wanted.
Yes. Caribbean lover, thank you so much for the donation. That's a great question. But do people talk? Do they say good things about Christopher Columbus, or do they say bad things about Christopher Columbus? Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think more bad stuff than good.
So why is Christopher Columbus statue like really big in Santo Domingo? And
because according to what everyone really said, he discovered the island.
He discovered the island.
Yeah, that's just it. But there were people living there already.
Right. That's true. Okay, let's talk about my love life for the last 10 minutes. My mama said, just stay single. Your ass just need to stay single. That's what my mama said.
I agree with your mama.
So, but anyway, y'all, I'm a YouTuber. So you guess what? I might be dating another person in about another week or two.
The right person will come along. You just gotta be patient.
Okay? How long? I'm 46 years old.
It doesn't matter.
What's that? Why you laugh? You smirk. Why you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
You laughing because I'm old?
I'm just saying you gotta be patient. You're not old. I'm gonna tell you what. You look less than 45. How many?
46.
46. You look less than that.
I appreciate it.
Ask you a question. Can you tell him? Do you think it's a good idea that he should keep his love life off the internet?
No. Okay. Let me ask. I really don't care because guess what? We got something to talk about.
I didn't ask you.
Okay. I'm a YouTuber, right?
Yeah.
I'm almost at 5,000.
And I'm gonna be true here. People love this, okay? People love drama. That's what people love.
Booyah!
Drama. Drama, right?
Drama.
Yeah, drama.
So your love life is drama. Your love life is dramatic.
if it's drama, so be it. A lot of people got drama and they love. Just because your life is perfect, Rico, and you can't do nothing wrong. You're the smartest person in the world. You got your love life together. Your wife, you've been married to kumbaya. You and your wife been kumbaya the whole time.
I'm pulling for you. I'm just tired of this same old comedy or dramedy.
Guess what? If it's comedy, get ready for some more damn comedy.
I see. And I got jokes for your ass too.
He's married, right?
Yeah, he's married.
Okay, so
she got a question for you.
No, I'm not. I don't have a question. You just gotta tell your wife that I don't know, like tell her she's lucky because she has a really wise and smart man by her side. Okay.
Oh,
thank you.
Has a wise
I'll be sure to pass it on. I don't know if he's gonna believe you, but I'll pass it on.
He's not that smart. he pretends
I'm smart
like
enough to tell your ass you need to keep your love life off the internet.
Well, she's smart enough to tell you people love drama and my money's going up and my subscribers going up.
That's correct.
And I might be dating somebody in the next week, so get ready. I might find another girlfriend.
And let me say this, Linda Falk, you're right. It is interesting. I just want it to last more than a week. So can the next relationship last a month?
Don't laugh at that.
I mean, I do have a question though. Like, you think it's your fault you're not dating someone? Like, you think you just look for the same qualities that the person you had before in the new one? Like, it is your fault? Your relationship just don't last?
Good question. Very good question. Very good question.
Don't look at me like that. I'm giving you drama.
That's
I don't know how to answer that. Rico, answer that for me.
I ain't answering shit. That's your question. That's a good question.
So ask me the question one more time.
So let me ask you this. Are you looking for a certain aesthetic, John? Is that why
I'm looking for a woman not to cheat?
What if the person you just left and you have someone new, you meet someone new, and that person, okay, you feel comfortable with that person, you feel like you got a connection with that person, but you just don't realize at the moment that that person is the same that the other one. Like, it has the same qualities, it's the same person. That's why you're getting so comfortable at the beginning, so connected with that person, just because you already know that situation. I don't know. I'm just
No, I understand. Well, why don't you date anymore? Why are you not dating?
Because I don't want nothing serious right now.
No.
That's it.
Why don't you want anything serious?
Because I don't want to. I mean, I like being free right now. I'm okay like that. Now, I know there's a time where I want to be in a relationship with someone.
Do you, I mean, you're a beautiful woman, so do you just go, anyway, when you say, okay, I need a man, you say, hey, you just see one on the street and say, hey, come here.
Not like that.
Oh, no?
I told you I have someone. I always have someone.
So you have someone that helps to satisfy your needs and things like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but you can't see yourself like being married.
Not right now.
So you think I should just get someone to satisfy my needs?
Something else. I don't want kids, so
you don't want any children. Okay.
That's an issue, because
so you think
most men want kids.
So I should get someone that just satisfy my needs, and then go next week go get another person to satisfy.
Yeah, and it's not like, I just had sex with you, I'll just go. No, like I like when someone is like loving and caring to me. It's not just like, oh hey, I made your bed, I go now.
Mm-hmm. Oh wow! Hey, look at Dar W. Damn, Rico, you on a roll and correct again, brother man. Hey man, don't be agreeing. Don't be pumping Rico head up. Don't be pumping. I think it's about time for us to close out anyway. So yeah, Rico, man, thank you so much. So anyway,
bye, Rico.
Bye.
Yeah, so brother, man, this was a great. We had some great. We only talked about Africa, history, and we talked about my love life, and that I'm not in a relationship no more. But this was an awesome live. Did you like this live, Rico?
Yeah, I think it was pretty good. It was pretty informative.
Yeah.
You hopefully you put the news out about what your situation is.
Hey,
So,
and I might. Am I wrong if I have? Let's say I don't have nobody else, but am I wrong if I have somebody in 2 more weeks and be like, oh yeah, I met somebody and
no, I'll just tell you like I always tell you: take your
oh,
time, take it
don't be
slow.
like, you making
That's
fun
it.
of me right now. I feel like you're making fun of me right now.
No, I just like, okay, we ain't gonna keep having this conversation 100 more times because I'm gonna tell you the same thing next time, like I told you last time and the time before that. Take your time, take it slow. There's no rush. You don't need to publicize anything. See where things go, and be open,
Rico,
honest, firm, and
Rico,
direct with
I
whoever it
waited
is.
a month and a half before I publicized it. I made it a month and a half, and I said, "Hey, everybody, I got a relationship. I'm starting to date
How would
somebody
you
now."
publicize it when you're sure?
What you mean? What? Okay, when am I? When am I sure? Then, since you missed the know it all, when am I sure? I thought I was
Well,
sure, but go ahead and tell me when am I
okay,
sure?
so I'm saying just let the cake bake a little bit longer
How long?
before you
A month,
sure.
2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 7 months?
Maybe before you decide to tell the world. Make sure you're not going to have to do a U-turn. Is all I'm saying.
So let me say this: I'm
Mhm.
a YouTuber. I go out to eat. I go out to dinner. I go to
Somebody
lunch.
I'm dating or somebody I'm seeing. That's it.
Okay, so when I sit down with the next person at the dinner table and as a YouTuber, what should I
You
tell
getting to
all my?
know them. Somebody I'm getting to know.
Okay, I'm gonna just do that. I'm
That's
just
it.
I'm
That's all
getting
we need to know
all right
until you know.
until I know.
Yeah, that's all.
But I thought I knew, Rico.
I
We officially
know. I know. I'm just saying, give it a little bit more time next time.
2 months next time. And
For it.
my mama
Give
say
it.
my mama say a whole damn year.
I know you ain't gonna listen to me because you don't listen to your mama. Because your mama telling you true. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, go ahead and give me the closing arguments, man. It was I really appreciate it, brother.
No. Great stream, great conversation, great topic. All over the place. But I will continue to stay on your ass about the tough questions and the tough topics that people don't want to talk about. And even when I see you squiggling and wiggling and
Right.
and equivocating with bullshit, I'm not,
Caribbean lover, thanks for the donation again.
and probably
It
more
seemed
so
like
than
she
anything
was
else,
really serious
African Dominican
about
came
what
up
she.
here,
I'm
and
sorry.
and
Go ahead.
and we'll stay foot on. And again, like I said, we're not trying to make things about culture, race, religion, anything, but we're not going to shy away. I won't shy away from it, giving an honest critique about whatever I think, to include America. So you know what, Caribbean lovers, anytime you want to come up here and we want to sit there, we would want to dissect America, you will see I will be 10 times more harsh on American than I am on the DR.
Yeah.
But I won't spare the DR ass either. But I'll
Right.
be 10 times more harsher on America.
Right.
10 times. I don't,
And
the racism,
that's what I like about
racism.
you.
I mean, we just had the situation just the other day where the young black man got beat to death by 5 black cops.
Right.
Tyree Nichols in Memphis. So I could go on all night about the racism and shit that exists here, and that's why I speak about it everywhere, because it's not just here in America. That shit, but what happened here in America was fucking horrific, and I pray to God that all those motherfuckers get thrown under the jail.
That's right.
They were 5 black men that beat to death another young black man, and it is anti-blackness and racism, and we need to confront it and call it out. And that happened here in America.
Right.
In America, it happens in Africa, it happens in Asia, it happens everywhere. So if I'm not going to ignore it here, I'm not going to ignore it anywhere. And I'm not going to let this man ignore the bullshit either, because it offends your fragile ears.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm not saying you, because you know what?
Another person.
There's a Dominican Tyree Nichols, because there is a Dominican black man that will be sitting there having to deal with this shit. And people will be like, oh, it ain't had nothing to do with race. And it might have had everything to do with that.
I agree. I totally agree.
That's the bullshit that I'm not going to sit by and I'm not going to watch.
Yeah, and I like how you stand up for that, Rico, because I hate racism, and no matter if it's in the Dominican
everywhere
or the United States. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out with this. My relationship. Wait, I want to talk. Wait, don't hang up. I want you to stay on until I get off. I want to thank everybody. I'm almost at 5,000 subscribers. Guess what? Y'all gonna have to ride this thing out until I find a relationship, all the way until I get married. So we're gonna have fun. I'm gonna be what they call it back in the day, courting. What they call it, Rico, back in courting. So I'm gonna be courting. Yeah, I'm not one of those guys that go around having sex with a whole bunch of women. So I'm gonna go around just courting and seeing where these relationship goes. Jennifer says she has a girl for me. The last girl she had for me, she stole my refrigerator stove in my anyway. So I don't even know. So anyway, I'm not letting that refrigerator and stove go. I just gotta let it go though, huh? Yeah.
You ain't getting it back. You might as well let it go. Because the show ain't coming back.
That's right. That's right. Well, won't you come with me and knock on the door, Rico? And
hell
hey,
no, I ain't getting shot fucking around with you. You ain't sitting that back. It ain't coming back. No.
Kevin says, whatever you do, don't go back to Brenda, Coach. Yeah, no, I'm not going back to
that
Brenda.
ship done sailed.
So yeah. Hopefully I do want to get married again, but I'm not gonna force it, you know. Yeah. So Rico, thank you, brother, so much. And we'll try to come back on maybe next week or week. Oh, another thing is I have to be back in the United States because my neck is really bothering me, and I've been having a lot of numbness and tingling. So I'll be in the United States next week, guys. But I got a lot of videos to post, and then I'll be back in the Dominican Republic. So
yeah, get that checked out. That's priority. Your health.
I will, brother.
You know,
And
definitely that looked at.
I'm loving the channel. My subscribers are going up. I'll be at 5,000 subscribers. So thank you, Rico, because you were a big part of it, man. I appreciate
and touch in with the kid. Of course, I don't need to tell you, tap in with the babies while you're here.
Right. Yeah. And one more thing, I want
little adults that you got now.
You said something before I get off. You said something the other day. You said, John, as the YouTubers go, the subscribers go up, you're gonna start getting people to troll you more, and I'm starting to see that people just saying stupid shit for no reason, and I guess just part of being a YouTuber. Yeah,
goes with the territory.
It does. So with that note, thanks God. God bless, man. Rico, you take care. Have a good night, brother.
Okay.
Hey, thank y'all so much. Everybody on the live stream, thank y'all so much. Hit that like button before y'all go. God bless. Make peace be still. See you later, Rico. Peace.
Good night, sir.
Bye, mama.